let us get the the audio live here. I didn't even get to test your audio. Can you say something, Red?
Yeah, okay, right here. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Testing? Okay.
Yeah, I'll bump you up a little bit here in a moment,
All right.
and I'll catch up the P's and B's.
Yeah.
But hello everyone, welcome to welcome to QSL. Late at night. We got an excellent matchup here with the Phenoms versus the Pittsburgh Phantoms. And now I gotta switch these boys to their respective sides here. So yeah, how you feeling about this match?
Um this one is going to be fun. This is two top teams. They have not lost a game between the two of them. Or I should say not lost a set between the two of them. Pittsburgh Phantoms actually no, they haven't dropped a game yet. Pittsburgh Phantoms beat Obsidian Mages 2-0 and they beat Archon Dragons 2-0. Again, last week's game was a reschedule, and then Phenoms defeated Zeus Juice in their first week 2-0, and the Reapers 2-0 in week number 2. And of course, they had a reschedule in week 3 as well. So these two teams should be coming out swinging, looking to stay in that number 1 seed. Again, we just announced the playoff structure this past weekend, and so actually yesterday. And so the number 1 and number 2 seeds get buys into the semifinals. If they are not there, they have to play in the quarterfinals, and that just means an extra game, more extra time, more stress. And so they really want that first round bye coming into the playoffs. These are going to be two of the top teams, I believe, at least in the top 3. We'll see how it pans out here. But Phenoms picking up the Fafnir first. Osiris and Artemis with the response there. Um, Artemis very strong right now, especially with the bow build. Osiris can be flexed into the jungle, but is still a very decent solo laner. Um,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
again, bans are pretty standard so far. So Tiamat, Giannis again with that global ultimate, swinging the entire team around. Um, and the Sobek for the Phenoms. And on the flip side, the Phantoms banning out Odin, who is actually really strong right now, just surprisingly. He's been picked up into the meta and he's just been doing work. And then also Morrigan, who entered competitive play on the 27th of June, so just 4 days ago. And then Gilgamesh, of course, is always one of those top bands. But then Chiron and Soul picked up here. Again, the Bluestone Trans build still very strong. If you're not going attack speed, Bluestone Trans is kind of the way to go. And the Soul getting picked up too. So you're towards the end of the game, you basically have two ADCs. You're running a two ADC comp there. And Soul can be very dangerous if she's played in the right hands.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to like already. Fafnir is a brown side special. You've seen it on him time and time again. He loves playing that. And then, I really do like that double ADC. The double ADC is pretty strong because, I mean, Chiron does a crap ton with his abilities alone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with that Bluestone build, as you were saying, he's one of the strongest, if in my opinion, the strongest ADC you can pick because he has so much in his kit now. Like
Mm-hmm.
he has the cleanse, he has a way to get out, he has self heal from the start. Just so much to love about him. But that's not to snuff about what's happening on the other side. Artemis has come back into the meta. She used to be pretty weak because she didn't really have an escape. She was pretty squishy, but now not having to build those boots and having a little bit of buff there, she's able to thrive and survive in this game now. So and Raijin has been strong coming from the last split into this one. So I expect to see some nasty things coming out from Sir Stages here.
By the way, there's a small issue with the P's and B's right now.
What's
The
happening?
screen is having a little bit of an issue on your just on the ah, there it is. Okay. There we go. All right, all fixed. All
Yeah,
fixed.
sorry. Yeah. It was minimized.
Ah, that's the problem. Okay. So, again, so looking at the bans coming across, the Loki going away, the Nemesis going away, targeting that jungle. And on the other side, the King Arthur and
Tremble
uh,
beneath the waves.
weirdly enough, the the Athena makes it all the way to the second round of
Are you
bans.
awake from the darkness?
Yeah, I mean, both teams had a lot that they wanted, and just Athena kind of just slid past everybody's minds.
Um,
Yeah, there's a hell in this game, boys.
Okay.
Fafnir slash
And
hell in the
speaking
solo
of
lane.
hell, by the way, it is Hellerin's debut for the Phenoms this week.
Yeah, we do have a couple roster changes here. I don't know if Adrian or Senpai Rao here has played a game yet with his new team. No, he hasn't. This is his first game. His last week was rescheduled. And they do pick up a FA sub in SM Specify, filling in for Duck, who was on vacation. And we also have Hellerin making their debut here as Buggy Dude steps back. So, yeah, a lot of roster shifts around. It could make for a very interesting matchup here.
Mm-hmm. And also, so we have Circuit, which means we already have anti-heal in the kit already. Which is going to be good, especially against the Emoja, and the Osiris. Um, but let's see how this works out. I don't know how the hell kind of fits into this comp. Maybe it's just me, and maybe it's circles and cleanse and healing, but as Kamazotz is going to be picked up as the last pick for the Pittsburgh Phantoms. Um, and that's another interesting pickup. It's going to be, again, anti-heal built into the kit. It's going to be a very strong, sustainable god. But we'll see how it goes into this comp. And I
That's
want
gonna
to
be
know how
hell in the
Hellerin's
solo
going to pick
lane.
this. It is,
Um,
yeah, it's Hell in the solo lane, which I'm guessing is going to go up against the Osiris. That would be my guess.
yes.
Yeah. So Hell against Osiris in the solo lane. Um, yeah, I'm not 100% certain how this is supposed to work.
It's definitely
Um,
an exciting and interesting pick, something you don't see often. So I'm
yeah.
quite interested to see what the results are going to be here, because I forget at the moment what roles Hellerin has. I thought Hellerin was more of a mid laner because before this matchup, I believe Hellerin was supposed to fill in for Biz, but it looks like Biz was available. So, I'm not too sure what's going on. It just might be Hellerin is more comfortable on the Hell. But, I don't think it's terrible. They've obviously been practicing stuff, before matches. We know Phenom's a very stand up regulation team, so they most likely are looking to try out something. Maybe they have information that we do not.
Yeah. You don't really know how it's going to pan out until you finally get the 5-on-5 going at each other. And you never know how the hell is going to stack up. It's going to be really tough. She's got to have. You're right. Sorry, Chaos. I screwed that one up. It's not anti-heal, it's the health regen that's in the Kamazot's kit that makes him so tanky. But it's gonna be key what the positioning is from the hell. Um, not gonna have a huge advantage, or not going to have the ability to get out of trouble when she needs to. Doesn't have a dash, so has to have a very, very, very good grasp of how to position oneself. Um, so we'll see how this
This
works.
is one tale you don't want to chase, darling.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, I had to make it. So it looks like they've trolled us yet again, Red. They forgot to put on low spectate uh, time because we're almost 2 minutes past. I just checked what the time was on Brown side's end, so it looks like we're gonna be sitting here waiting for a little bit until we're
They
actually
were
allowed.
just waiting for Skeet.
Yeah, they were just
So
waiting
hi,
for Skeet.
Skeet.
My team was?
Nah. See, Armor decided to troll us and not put on low spectate delay, so
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. No, I told him to do
They
that. That was
yeah, they just wanted
calculated.
to.
That was
Yeah, they
calculated.
just wanted to make sure you were in the booth with us.
Yeah, so I'll
Yeah.
step back and let you guys talk and
What if we want to hear your sweet voice? What is this?
ask for it.
Ask for it.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'll be
Just
muted.
midway through the game, it's gonna be like halfway through the team fight. Jeremy, how do you feel about this fight going on?
Right.
Yeah, and have to do what I do now, which is lean to my audio interface and turn up my
I
mic.
just played Eagles Elbow Camazotz in the ranked game that I was in. Nice.
Alright, we're finally in the frickin' game. It'll be up shortly for the stream. Do not fret.
Let me exit game. Alrighty. Smite game is not running in the background.
That is
To
a
make
very
sure,
key
you know, everything.
feature.
We got everything going. We're good here.
Alright, well, let me knock us over to in-game. I gotta switch around the order and chaos names, though, on stream end.
Is it you that plays with no game sound, basically?
Yeah, I managed to... I turned up sound effects before we started.
Easy. Alright.
There
awesome.
we go. Okay.
So
We
it should be
love
better.
those.
Yeah, just a little bit. But so here
okay.
we go into game number 1.
How you feeling about picks and bans, Red? Since we're gonna have a second.
I am so weirded out by this Hellerin pick, the Hell in the solo lane going up against the Osiris.
They did put him in solo. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what I said. I have no clue how this is going to work itself out.
I want to let it be known that Hellerin is he's kind of a Hell one trick. So
Okay.
he's nasty on the Hell.
Oh, jeez, God, I couldn't figure that one out from the name.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But I will put it out there now. He is a Hell. He's pretty good on it. You know, it's pretty all right. So we'll see how it goes. I am excited though. Stages on Raijin. Get to see a little bit of running it down in the mid lane.
All right, I just started a prediction for those in chat. You can bet your points. Who's going to win game number 1? Is it going to be Phenoms? Is it going to be Pittsburgh Knights? You got 2 minutes to get those predictions in. But yeah, this one is going to be interesting. Who do we have? Who do we, who are we looking for? Yeah. Oh man. Phenoms and Phantoms. Again, the number 1 and number 2 teams right now, technically tied with the Dukes. But yeah, and also 2 teams to not have dropped a game so far. So expecting very good play out of both of these teams, as we see. At least for now, everything is kind of matched up. There's nothing really funky going on in the... Camazotz kind of shows a little bit, but he's going to back away. Nothing really funky in the builds right now. We do see the Emoja going Benevolence. Fafnir opting more for that, the Sentinels. But kind of expected, especially with, trying to get that little extra boost to the Artemis. Chiron, however, is opted to go for Cowl and going into the bow build, at least probably an Ickval here, rather than Bluestone Trans. So that is that's a change necessarily from the norm of how he's played, but it's still a viable option for that ADC. As
Omar looking to
Head,
gank here.
yeah, we'll see if Omar is going to be able to get one here, and he is going to be able to get around. The blink coming in, and now just missing. Does get one of the poisons on him, but
He pulled
not
beads
enough.
on for it though. I'd say that's a worth it gank.
I-
Beads are pulled. Now he's gonna show up at level 5 with ult and just eat him. You know.
Yep. And Stages is going to have to retreat a little bit as the ult comes out already from the soul. Viz putting on an early game show here.
Viz
Trying
getting a
to
little
catch out the
antsy.
Raijin. Yeah, you know the Raijin is going to get stronger and stronger as this game goes on. Here comes Camazotz onto the soul, and a little bit of damage to jump away. Good poke but not enough to get the kill. I don't think they were going for that, though. They were trying to gain what they could out of it, and they do get the beads out of the soul.
Yeah, I'm liking the way this is matching up so far. It seems pretty even. Phenoms have a slight lead in the gold side right now. Viz might be first blood here.
This apparate going to be utilized. It's going to save his life. The Camazotz get caught, and there it is. First blood to the Phenoms. Omar picking up the first kill onto Kexen.
Man, Jeremy, do you have the soundboard? I need the call an ambulance, but not for me. Viztix just pulled that one out. Got to 1 HP, setting up Omar for the first blood there.
Unfortunately, I do not have that on my sound effect. I can give you this though.
Nice.
You need to add that one.
Oh man.
Remind
But again,
me in between games, and I'll grab it.
There you go, Playo. Oh man. But again, you see that power of the early game soul getting that damage, starting to work her way into the items again, and now, you know, Raijin is a little bit on the back foot so far, as that is an interesting pickup. I believe that's a Pythagoras piece.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. That is a first item Pythagoras piece from the soul.
Yeah, normally you'd see something like a Chiron's, or even if you just want to get that attack speed going, maybe going for one of the rings.
I've seen a lot of people rushing Soul Gem lately. Like, it's a little weird,
Yeah,
but I've seen it.
That's another one.
But usually on Soul, you're going to see a Bancroft's in that first item slot. Either Bancroft's, Karen's, or maybe even the Typhon's Fang. But I don't think I've seen a Pythagoras piece in that.
I think Karen's the most popular, for sure.
Yeah.
Whenever I play her, I go the Talon.
Yeah,
don't know why.
Bancroft's also
But
good.
you do see Karen's coin on the Raijin just finished there. So there is a small divergence in paths there.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
a little
he's gonna have to
surprised to
get
not
kills.
see very much anti-heal yet. I mean, I can see Osiris is definitely going into the Pestilence first item, but I would have expected maybe the Raijin for a first item Divine Ruin, or at least it's got to be second item here, because you've got, you know, the healing from Soul, the healing from Chiron, the healing from Held, and Fafnir has a self-heal. That's just, you know, that's a lot of sustain there for not a lot of anti-heal so far.
Yep, definitely. So as this game is kind of shaping up right now, where do you see maybe an advantage one way or another? If you were, let's say you're in the head coach position for Pittsburgh Phantoms. I know I'm throwing you kind of under the bus here, but is the top damage? Omar gets stages there.
Oh wow!
And the Raijin's gonna fall.
I
So
thought he
there's
was
the
gonna get out
second
by the
kill.
team.
I know, that was so close, but Omar on the Surcat predicts the dot damage, says it's mine and your life as well.
And they pulled
Goodbye.
beads as well.
Yeah,
On
and they
top
got the
of that.
beads out of that.
Oof.
So again, wonderfully done by the Phenoms there in the mid lane. But so I'm gonna put you on the spot here. If you are Pittsburgh Phantoms, where do you try to find an advantage, and how do you think that's gonna help you win the game?
I think I would have tried to abuse a Hell solo, although it looks like she's going to be going tanky. Breastplate, first item, 30% CDR out of the gate. That's going to be something to see right there, but I honestly would have to be abusing that Hell solo. I feel like, you know, Chiron, Fafnir, that's a strong start right there, and here comes the gank onto the Hell. We're going to see how this goes. With this breastplate, Omar is here to help as well. Lots of abilities coming out. A lot of damage. Osiris will fall in the fight. Red, you're a lot better at casting than me.
One.
I'm terrible.
Omar will pick up one there. That is Omar's third kill of the game, by the way. He does have all three of the ones on the board. There's the blink, and here comes the Surcat coming through with another one, and Kexen will fall. Goodbye to the Camazotz. And instead of a gank, it's the counter. And so the counter rotation coming out of the mid lane, the Fafnir coming through, the Hell changing the stances, and now the Soul here, Viztix, not allowing Stages to do anything that he wants to here, and is just trying to push what little advantages he has. Stages is able to clear wave very quickly, is going to be able to get out of dodge and stay under tower safe, as Viz is going to try and push him as far back as he can. No farm for you, sir.
A little bit of a gank coming out here on this hole.
Yeah, again, the damage comes through, but good utilization by the Soul for the ult. That little bit of self-heal definitely helps. Does go into the Disapparate as well, just to make sure she cannot be targeted. And here it comes again.
There's
Oh
the
no,
no beads.
Omar. There's the ult. There's the... Oh, just the full combo. And Brownside, just to add some salt into the wound, will pick up the Emoja. That's 2 in the mid lane. 6-0 our score, and now the Pittsburgh Phantoms make it 6-1 as Kexen will get the gank finally over into duo lane. The persistence paying off, and now the Camazotz will have his feast over in the duo lane.
On the flip side, Omar got his speed timer, and he was over there ganking duo lane. That's a free speed for Omar, and I'm willing to bet you money to keep the Camazotz behind. They're going to be on that speed almost every time now that they have that timer on. So I'm willing to put some money on that. That speed is not going to go the way, not going to be free for very much longer this game.
So now looking at how things are kind of panning out here, we see where the level advantages are starting to come in. We're at level 10, or we're at minute 10 now. We're starting to see advantages in solo and in jungle and in support. Where do you think the Phenoms need to focus to try and push this lead rather than maybe give up on the gas pedal? As it looks like we are going to have a pause real quick.
Armor DC'd.
Nice.
Okay, so we do have a DC from the Chiron. Make sure it's not a rage quit. I mean, I do know he got ganked, so you know.
Armor dies one time, instantly quits. Sounds like Armor.
Bonk.
Getting bonked. But again, so thoughts here. So again, if you are the Phenoms, throw yourself in this situation. You see what advantages you have. Where do you kind of put the pedal to the metal? Where do you push your advantage here to try and snowball?
In my personal opinion, if this hell gets fed, I don't see a way for anybody to crawl back into this. If you get, like the biggest thing about mage solos is they don't perform well when they're not tanky or whatever, but the biggest downfall with them is their early game. They kind of get out pressured. They can out clear, but I feel like they just get out damaged and out pushed by a warrior who can kind of tank a little bit, get up in their face, get up in their mouth, and kind of beat them down. But once they get to late game, if that hell is a little tanky and can shred and also brings the heals to the fight, and she's fed, that's going to be a huge problem. If she can get like a 2-3 level lead, I don't see a way for Phantoms to crawl back in. They'd be forced to buy cursed donks. They'd be forced to get kind of start focusing them out. But as long as Omar keeps ganking as well, he's got a pretty hefty lead.
Omar's doing the mad lad strat right now. There he goes into the ult onto the Camazotz, who responds with Bat Out of Hell.
Here.
Oh, the dot damage is there, but it's not going to be enough. It looks like he will get out of dodge there as Yamoja will show up and help to just kind of body a little bit, just to give a little bit of breathing room here over in the solo lane. Again, a full 3-man rotation over into the solo lane just to relieve that pressure. It means that Soul gets to farm a little bit more. You do see a little bit more of an advantage starting to build up in that mid lane and in that jungle. And now Gold Fury is on the table as well, as the Phenoms have picked up both Scorpions at this point, and Viz getting low. He's got to back away, as finally you see the Raijin getting the better of the mid laner. Stages finally catching a little bit of a break there.
Yeah, it looks like there's going to be a full rotation here. Hunted duo.
I feel like Armor sniffed it out just early enough to be able to get to the safety of his tower.
Yeah, and again, that Chiron dash, it helps him get a little bit out of oh no, the blink, and the great ult there. So, and custody being utilized very well. Looks like that Omar has finally overstayed his welcome.
Oh,
that's
There
a
it
big
is.
shutdown.
Captain will get the shutdown onto Omar.
What happened to
5 kills, and now he will fall.
I was about to say, what happened to your mic there, Red? You kind of started to sound like you're in a tunnel.
Exterminate, exterminate.
There we go.
Give me a second.
That
That's a little
shutdown
better.
is huge in the way it
Ooh,
kicks in.
armor. Just solo.
Armor picks up the solo.
Solo.
But no, that shutdown is huge for Kexen there. He was, what, 2 levels down, now he's on level. I don't know how much his gold difference is, but it might get a little better here.
I mean, we can check net worth here real quick as Armor just gets kind of chased down. He's probably going to pass away here. Yep, Bada had a hell to secure it. So,
Yeah, the highest on his team.
yeah, Kexen
Yep,
just became
so-
the highest on his team by far.
Yeah, so there's that swing now. And Kexen is starting to get that. Kexen was 3 levels down. He's now only 1 level down. And he's been able to get those picks. So we're starting to see
There was that tiny
now
blip there.
where...
Yeah. That was all of that. Ooh, frick. Where did that happen? That happened over here. That was actually a solo kill, it looks like, in the jungle. By Omar, just catching Kexen out. Hello? Friends?
No. Talk, Jeremy. Only you.
I just thought something happened, but yeah, like, all of that was just Omar, that little bit there. But Omar's gonna try again to get this Specify here. Specify filling
Specify
in for
doesn't have
Duck.
beads this time.
Yeah,
but
he
Omar's
does have a
ult is
lot
down.
of damage there, though, and Gamer is here to try and maybe pick up another kill. Specify really dealing the biggest damage there before, and the reason why Omar fell, ultimately. A bit of a miss there on the 3, trying to do a little bit of a funky dance as Armor enters the fight. We will see the Aegis come out, trying to stay alive here, and Omar will enter the fight again. Specify trying to get it, and they will both neutralize each other as Armor's gonna have to pop his beads. Stages using that ultimate will pick up that kill as well. We sit at a 9-5 kill-death ratio, or kill-kill ratio on both teams, as Brownside trying to do a little bit more damage here, missing his hammer. And Viz is going to want to enter this battle too. But ultimately we get here kind of late. Going to try and pick up this purple here. And she will not. And that'll be that, as actually Hellerin soloing Kexen. As Senpai Ra or Yuri just barely gets back to lane to watch his teammate die.
I was going to say that our initial engagement over in the duo lane actually went the way of the Pittsburgh Phantoms. It went 2-1.
Do I see damage?
Now,
Yeah, we can pull play damage.
yeah, but now with that pick over in the right side on the solo, it brings it back in, and now we're at 10-5. And come on, man, Hellerin. So the hell might get banned in game 2. Just saying.
You think?
Yeah, like look
Yeah.
at this. Look at how much damage Yuri has done. He is the least on his team, and that's solo lane.
Oh,
I bet
man.
you. I'm willing to bet you money that Hellerin's healed all of that damage as well.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
What a fun Sunday
We're-
night.
I mean, I don't
after
blame Yuri. That really sucks because like watching that engagement there, he's trying to chase him. You know, he has his tether, and you know just gets cleansed by the hell too. Just gets slowed.
And
gets,
he will
abilities
most likely
thrown at
die
him.
again. Solo kill by
Kinda like a
Omar.
solo here.
And
Yeah.
yep,
that's the worst part about that matchup. There is when the ultimate's used, he's trying to get out of there by leaping away, and he just flat out can't because the Sir Cat is just like, oh yeah, I'll just jump after you, no problems.
Yeah, I'll just use one of my 2 dashes to chase you.
oh shit, his
Yeah.
armor
Very
picks up another.
balanced.
Oh, barely
Ooh.
picking up, by the way.
Oh, he's gonna stick
That was
around for
that was
another
a
wave.
very good trade, and it was just the slimmest of margins that allowed Armor Wolf to get that kill onto Specify. So well done there. And then we do see the rotation, but it was zoned out there. As here comes the ultimate by the Emoja. No stun going to be there. The Bat Out of Hell is going to miss.
Oh my
But the
God.
follow-up is there. Isn't going to be enough. No, as the mobility of the Sir Ket being on full display. And it will get Omar out of there. Kexen will fall. Brownside picking up his second kill. Here we go, the rundown going to happen. The chasers become the chasees And now, the pain as 4 men strong coming into this mid lane. The tier 2 tower is the target, and they are just going to be eating away at this thing as fast as they can. It's not going to be a lot, because again, we're not seeing the huge pen numbers, we're not seeing a fire giant buff or something like that. But we are going to see the Phenoms back away, dealing a massive amount of damage to that tower. But the T2 mid will still stand. Oh, and Omar is there, but he has been snuffed. He's been sniffed out there by the Raijin. They will back away, and now objective is going to be on the minds of the Phantoms. They might not be able to take the team fight, so to speak, but if they can get a pick or if they can get a collapse, as stages will start the chase down. Omar going for it. Looks like the Surket's going to be able to survive there. But stages will pick up some farm. Uh-oh, here comes Omar. There's the damage, there's the ult. Omar's just gonna dash away and go,
Dude,
I
what
don't
am I
like
watching? I don't know what's going on anymore, man.
This is a wild
jeez.
game.
Yeah, Omar's just kind of running around doing Zerket things. Like, hi, see me. Now you see me, now you don't. Interesting enough, in that last engagement, not that one, but the last team fight engagement, where he got out with the, probably 1 tick of HP, I think he dodged 3 of Raijin's ulti ticks by just
Yeah, and
just
Kexen
walking back
either
and forth.
missed or Surket dodged the last little bit of that, the screen there on the Kamazots and was able to get out. What the hell is the ability? The bats.
Bat out of hell.
Well, he was able to
Vampire
avoid
bats.
the last little bats there. I saw him go off and just completely miss. I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. That's a miskill. And the Phenoms are picking up Fire Giant right now. You're gonna see that Frenzy be popped here.
Double ADC frenzy, yeah, that thing is shredded.
Yep. Uh-oh, and here comes Omar again onto Senpai. He's gonna have to run away as fast as the little Osiris legs are gonna take him. And that means the Blink also going to be down on Kexen, but the Tier 2 will fall in right. And now the... Looks like Tier 2 in mid also. Kexen will be in back in Fountain. But now the Phoenix on this right-hand side. Here comes Omar once again. That is a terrifying sight if you're that Raijin. You know that you are going to be that Surket's target. Finally, 3 of them are slapping and smacking and trying to do what they can. But Omar is just surviving. I Am a Gamer will finally fall. Viz will pick up that one. He will get the triple as Senpai will fall as well. He did pick up SM Specify on the backside of that fight as well. And now Omar is healing as Kexen is finally going to fall. Yeah, that's right. They were fighting that entire
healing?
time.
Can we see healing from the solo
It's just-
laner?
That was disgusting. That was
Healing
absolutely
done, 7.
disgusting.
Yeah, 5,500 out of solo in a 19-minute game. Oofta.
Yeah, almost 20 minutes, but again, 17-5 our final score. Running it through the solo lane, Fire Giant picked up, and Phenoms will pick up game number 1 here in the QSL week number 4. That one had me scratching my head from beginning to end, to be completely honest. It started with the Hell pick, going, why is this here? It then went to, okay, I see where we're going to have a decent
I'll join
maybe
back in a
team
second.
fight. Okay. We're going to have maybe a decent team fight, but Osiris wants to kind of dive. Yamoja's not really a full frontliner. They want to try and split apart fights, but it doesn't really feel all together. So I was kind of scratching my head on both sides as to how the victory was going to come. And Omar literally just said, hey guys, I'll strap on the backpack. Just, just let me do my job. And 8, 2, and 6 later, and the Surket, of all things, is the nuisance of the day.
Yeah, that was a lot of Surket everywhere. I mean, and to the credit there in that game, the mid lane just kind of didn't matter that match. It was pretty much just a game that was run by a jungle, um, and and that's really that. Armor eventually did win the lane, but you know he didn't really have to either. It just ended up being pretty much a Circuit show, hitting well placed ultimates, setting up kills for his team, and that's what really mattered in the end.
I mean that's kind of the that was kind of an interesting thing by Phenoms. Not a single one of them had to win lane. Um, I mean, Viztix and Stages, really, Viz was just there to kind of neutralize what Stages could do. We've seen Stages pop off in the past. We know that he's very dangerous as mid laner. He's absolutely amazing, but Viz was equal to the task. And I mean, Stages did more player damage. He had more minion, or he had a fair chunk of minion damage. He was able to push things, and he did what a good mid laner should do. But at the same time, you're kind of looking at Stages and going, okay, almost there. It was almost there. It was almost there. But he wasn't able to kind of crest that that summit to victory.
Yeah,
And
and
instead,
yeah,
that stumbling block came in the form of Omar. Whenever he tried to rotate or whenever something tried to happen, Omar just shows up and says, "No, I don't like you doing that. I'm just going to shut you down here."
and to the credit, both supports had an excellent amount of participation in
Yeah.
their team's kills and ganks. You saw a lot of stuff being done by both Bronzeside and Gamer, just trying to keep everyone on task. You saw excellent Yamoja ults there from Gamer to try and either get kills or to get people away. That excellent peel. So yeah, I mean a lot of players played very well, for sure.
Mhm.
So, but we will be moving
Red,
into
if you'd like to
do
moderate.
the poll,
Yeah, do the poll.
the
Yep.
predicted
Finish that
thing.
off.
Yep. I'm doing that right
I
now.
think I just made myself 2.5k easy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna throw this over
Easy.
here while I
Just vote Phenoms for RXD.
grab this spectate. Oh, might be moving right into game number 2 here. Yes, sir. So I'm gonna do some stuff here.
So I'm gonna do this again to you, Skeet. So you're Pittsburgh Phenoms. You're going into game number
Pittsburgh
2
Phenoms.
now.
Pittsburgh Phenoms.
Let's go.
Easy.
Sorry, Pittsburgh Phenoms. Yeah,
Can't
both
beat
of
them.
them.
Join them.
Oh man. But okay, so Pittsburgh Phantoms. Your Pittsburgh Phantoms. What do you do to win game number 2?
Honestly, I don't even know for honestly because you can't ban out Circuit. Circuit was huge in that game, but I don't feel like you can ban it out because I mean I'm not gonna say what his main pick is, but it's a lot better than his Circuit, and I just feel like that's more worth a ban when you're playing against Omar.
Mhm.
You could ban out the Hell for Hellerin, or you could just pick maybe a Serb into that matchup if you let it through or something like that.
Mm.
I just feel like not no lane one. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You have to as a jungler. I'd say Kexen has to kind of take a stand and get somebody ahead. He has to go. Oh, there is the Hellband, by the way. They did ban it out.
Yep.
But I feel as the jungler, Kexen has to get one lane ahead. And if I had to pick any of them, I'd pick Stages. I feel like he can do the most with the lead and run with it. Obviously, I think Specify is very good, but I feel like Specify would be lacking the comms as it's not his team. I feel like Stages can do the most because he's been there for scrims and all that. You
Mhm.
gotta camp mid. You gotta get him ahead. You gotta give him the tools that he needs. I feel like if you can give Stages a solid lead, he can give you a fighting chance in that next game, pretty strongly.
So, knowing your infinite knowledge of Smite here, what's one god that the Phantoms have to have, and one god that the Phenoms have to have?
Well, that Athena's pretty nice. For Phenoms, I don't know about have to have. I feel like there's a lot of strong picks in the game right now. like I don't think you pick one god right now and it's just OP. You know, it really depends on the people. I feel like yeah, I don't know how to answer that question because I don't feel like there's one god that'll just make or break a team. You know what I mean?
Okay.
There's
I
a
mean,
start. Kexan
yep.
has said he is a Serket main, and that
This
is
one tale
kind of a
you
respect
don't want
ban
to
in a
chase,
way
darling.
towards Omar as well.
Yeah, it seems we're
Yeah.
having a lot of whatever you can do, I can do better here. As all of the picks were previous picks on Phenoms, as well as that Raijin pick, which was a previous pickup on
They
the
said we'll
Phantoms.
beat you with your own comp. Watch me.
So they've kind of like stolen each other's comps so far. At least the Phantoms have fully Athena getting picked up there, which is one thing
Too
we
bad
said
they
last
banned the
game.
Hello.
Yeah,
What a
yeah.
shame.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's spicy.
the Jablonke pickup for the Phenoms.
By the way, if you can hear my
Jablonke,
dog, please tell me it's a puppy and he's getting crate trained.
it is a puppy, and we're I'm all about the doggo, so I have no problem with it. But we can hear him a little bit.
Okay.
But it's interesting. Jablonke getting a little bit of love here. We have seen him a couple of times. We've seen him in the SPL twice, I believe. But Jablonke does have a very good reputation as a pusher in lane. But when it comes to that ultimate usage, when it comes to the team fight capability, he's got to be swinging. And we'll see how that's going to affect things. Does he go Death's Toll into a bow build? Does he go Cowl into a bow build? We'll see how Armor Wolf wants to play him. They can be it can be interchangeable a little bit as the Osiris will bear its ugly head back into this game
Anything you can
again.
do,
Anything
Yeah,
you can do, I can do better. Yep.
yeah. As
Oh wow.
the
Ooh.
Goobus, maybe it's being
Spice?
hovered.
The
It's being
spice?
hovered.
Ooh.
Ooh,
The spice?
again, going into Raijin. That's kind of
Ooh.
it's kind of what wait a plotch a plotch is at least we know the last pick though as the Cullen is going to be locked in. But we're still waiting on what Stages is going to do. Again, they need a mid laner here. They got 10 seconds left here on the timer. Let's see what he wants to do.
The spice?
And
Oh!
uh,
I have
it's a
a feeling I
buff.
know what this pick is gonna be. Afro. Yep, there it is. There it is.
Oh, hold up. Not locked
Um,
in yet. Not locked in yet.
Is that
Check, check.
no,
Hellerin on
it,
the afro?
yeah,
Is
that's
it?
gonna be an Afro solo Omar jungle. I'm just telling you right now.
Oh boy.
I
Oh
figured said
no.
Afro Solo and then Omar Jungle.
Well, Osiris on Omar jungle, yeah. Omar on Osiris
Oh
jungle. Blah
man.
blah 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 blah.
I know,
Words
they
are
both
hard.
started with O,
Yep,
so
there it is.
understand.
Okay, so there you go, guys. Who's gonna win game number 2? Is it going to be the Pittsburgh Phantoms or the Phenoms? Get your votes in. Get your points up there. Let's see how this goes as Fafnir, Chiron, Serket, Baba Yaga, and Cucullin up against Athena, Raijin, Jablonke, Osiris, and Aphrodite.
Here's Skate. Who do you like better with this comp? Just like erase the names and the players.
Erase the names.
Mm-hmm. Just like straight comp.
I still have to go with Phenoms.
I would too.
The Athena, the global presence. Afro's gonna bring heals to the fight with an Osiris jungle. Raijin's just strong, and he's also like. When I think of a Baba Yaga counter, I think of Raijin. And Stages just said I have massive nuts, and I pick the god that gets countered by Raijin into Raijin. If you are not aware why I would say that, Raijin's dash cancels Baba's dash, and you can't use it after the fact. So it really sucks.
Um,
Your escape gets instantly canceled if you're trying to run away. So
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how these teams play out. Again, you always say it's 5v6 because that house will always screw you over too. It's always in the worst possible spot at the worst possible time.
I think it screws over
Um,
both teams. That's the sad
Yeah.
part.
It
I've
does.
probably died more to a friendly Baba house than I have to an enemy Baba house, and that's a fact.
You're probably correct.
That is an absolute fact.
Oh
Um,
man.
You
I
never
will
know.
say, if I had to pick just based on team comp right now, they are two very different styles of of team comp. If you want pure front to back team fighting aggression, I like what Phantoms is doing. However, what's the counter to that? It's the full dive, the pick off and the full dive, which is exactly what the Phenoms have. You've got the Osiris that likes to dive in. You got Brownside on that Athena that is going to just pop up out of nowhere. You've got the Afro that could just sustain and then give it immunity because hey, why not? Um, it's really going to come down to Armor Wolf and Vistix to do the majority of the damage. But when you have that massive Osiris tank in front of you, it's going to make the job a lot easier. On the flip side, you've got to get through what the Fafnir brings, and you're going to get split apart by that Cucullin if Senpai plays it correctly. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out with the two team fighting styles that are going to differ between the Phenoms and the Pittsburgh Phantoms. But here we go into game number 2 between the Phantoms and the Phenoms. Phenoms up 1-0. And now, looking at the game as it stands, Phantoms have got to pull out this one. That's the first game they've dropped all season, but here we go, some aggression. And now Kexen on the run from Omar. And the Surket not getting the pick off like last time, but instead will try and sustain himself a little bit. As again, Stage is throwing the potions, being just the general annoying Baba Yaga that it always is. But Raijin is going to have the early clear in that matchup. Uh-oh. Kexen might be in a little bit of trouble here as he will get caught out. He's gonna get sided as well, or hooked as well. Here we go, is Kexen gonna finally fall? He is gonna dash, dive, dip, dodge, and duck away. But he will not be able to fully get out of dodge, as he will fall for the first blood for the Phenoms.
Yeah, I really like that aggression there. If you did see, I think Omar timed up when Surket's 2 would be up and actually pre-beads it, but it didn't come out. So, I mean, they technically pulled the beads for that, so there's that. That's a win in an aspect.
It is a small win, but it also means that the Osiris and the Raijin are up a level right now. More like a half a level in the mid lane. But the Osiris definitely got the better of that trade. And now Armor Wolf being pressured a little bit by Gamer, as the Fafnir will have a good bit of damage. Brownside gets a taunt off, but the good disarm onto the Jablanque means that there will be no follow-up, and the Chiron will be able to live another day. Again, we asked the question, what does this mean? As a good engage over in the duo lane once again, good team fighting aspect, and it looks like they're going to be able to disengage. But the question was asked, what do you do? And it looks like the Chiron has decided this time to go Bluestone Trans, in the case of SM Specify, but in the Jablanque side of things, when you're looking for the bow build, this is the full bow build. So the Jablanque is not going Death's Toll. He is not going to have the mana sustain just based off of the autos. So he's got to figure out how to either have the mana to deal with, you know, proxying or picking on that one on and off. But he's got to have enough to get the dash out As Hellerin will fall, Senpai will pick up the kill over in the solo lane, and you just got soloed. So seeing now Senpai having a little bit more of an easier time, but Specify gonna drop. Omar will pick that one up, and now a little bit of damage coming onto I'm a Gamer. He will get stunned, but he will be just fine as the Fafnir will sit tight in that duo lane, trying to make sure that he is not overpressured. But again, 2-1 now our score, 4 minutes in to game number 2.
Extremely even off the start here. Ooh, a little bit of spiciness, trying to stop the back. Yuri over there with the solo. I love it. I absolutely love it. That T2 Fighters mask start is just nasty. So much early game power, and you know, I don't think Afro had backed it, so that would be my guess. Didn't have any prots. Just kind of got screwed over there.
And it looks like again going for that cooldown breastplate.
And Yuri looks like he's going into Pestilence first item yet again.
Yeah, he is.
He said run it back, same way.
At this point, he's going, well, what is Afro going to do? She's going to out-sustain me, but at least if I can mitigate that a little bit with a Pestilence, it's going to put me in a better position. So, and having that Fighter's Mask is going to help out too.
Yeah, that Fighter's Mask is just so much early game power. Just off the bat, you know, you saw him be able to solo right there. It's just, it brings so much to the table, having 40 power off the rip. It really adds a lot of kick to your abilities.
Yep.
Oh, it's 35 now? Did they nerf it?
Yeah, it's 35. They did nerf it.
Still
That was mid-season patch when they decided that solo lane was too strong. So
it's like it's almost like it's too strong every single season, but okay.
Yeah, there are things that are constant in Smite. One of those things, we're waiting for this season's patch that breaks what's her face? Freya, you know, that's gonna happen. We're still due for one of those.
Yep.
We're still due for one of those.
It happens every season, man.
I am waiting for when everybody decides that they need to play Hunters, because Hunters are the #1 role.
Ooh, Gamer's just getting fucking gamed on right now, by the way. He's gonna have to turn into a dragon and jump out.
That's a good ult pull from Omar there.
He does have to utilize the ult there. It's gonna be down, that means, oh, is Hellerin's gonna get again? There is the gank over in solo, but that means Hellerin has fallen twice now. Stages will get picked up in the mid lane. So Viz here, oh my goodness, he's proxying the wave.
I mean, he was already there, he might as well.
Yeah. Like, hey, I'm not gonna lose out on the farm, at least, you know, let me go do this, and I'll go, you know, go grab something else.
Might as well. Nice call. Oh, shit. Well. That happened there. I tried to camera over and accidentally hit a button there. We're gonna ignore that one.
What?
We're gonna ignore that one. That didn't happen. That's a late night Quacking After Dark mishap. This is why you don't leave your soundboard on.
Of all the soundboard clips.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God damn it.
Jeez. Somebody clip it. Somebody clip it.
No, nobody clip it. It didn't happen.
Welcome to
Quacking After Dark.
Welcome to Quack and Smite League.
Imagine that being the first thing you fucking
face anymore.
Imagine this being your first stream, man.
It's like, what was that?
Welcome to Quacking After Dark.
Yeah, I've turned off the fucking soundboard, so.
Cue Adult Swim music.
Oh shit.
That way you know you're on the after hours programming.
Right. Oh man. So that was 7 minutes into game number 2, just in case you're looking for it later.
Ooh.
Oh
no,
man.
No, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Everyone,
didn't happen. Didn't happen.
No, Pixar, it didn't happen.
Yeah, right. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, that hurts so much.
And I smiled just enough that my my mouth hurts from smiling.
Right?
Boy.
Oh man.
Boy.
Oh.
Oh, house dropping there. And a lot of damage coming out
You
onto
see the ult
Omar.
coming out now one more time as it looks like Omar is going to be under fire, and he will finally fall. So the Osiris, the big bad bruiser, now going to drop, and it is still 3-3. And we are in a very, very even game. All things considered right now, these teams are dead even.
Yeah, it really felt
Little
like
advantages
Phenoms have
here and
had a lot
there,
of
but
pressure.
they kind of even out.
Yeah, like Phenoms have felt like they've just been pressuring and pressuring and pressuring, and I think that's going to continue and what's going to result in the diff going forward. But they are very even in actual, like, you know, papers, numbers here. It's just very interesting so far, I would say.
I mean, we do have about a level and a half lead in solo. Jungle's about even. Mid a little bit ahead in favor of the Phantoms. Even in support, even in the duo lane. So you're looking at the Phantoms having a slight advantage on both sides. Again, about 600 gold, 1100 XP. Not a ton, but just enough that if they get a few more things, you know, the Phenoms could be feeling it later on. Also, it depends on when the backs are happening. If they are able to back and get a fight, they may have an item advantage going ahead too. Again, not by much, but it could make a difference later on, depending on when the engagement happens.
Yeah, when it comes down to a game of inches, it always comes down to who's able to actually have that item, because it's all about whenever you can go back in Smite. You know, other games, like for example Dota 2, you have the courier who's able to bring stuff to you, so you don't like really have to go back to a shop unless you need to go to like a secret shop or something. But Smite, yeah, it's very key on whenever you actually decide, like, okay, I've had enough farm, there's nothing more I can really do efficiently, I need to go back and turn this gold into physical, actual improvement on my state of the game. As Raijin's sort of pathing very aggressively here, I would say.
Raijin in a little bit of trouble. He is going to have to use that leap over the wall. The ultimate coming out. Brown side will pick up Specify over on the duo side, close to the Gold Fury. But the mid lane engagement will continue. Good damage back and forth. The stun comes through. The Cullen will transform, but he will back away. And everyone is back to their respective corners. We'll see as the Gold Fury is next on the docket. As the Phenoms looking, they will rotate. Some wards will be thrown down, but nothing else coming from that rotation. So again, looking for the pick before the objective. No sneak move this time, as now we have an engagement here. Phenoms in the 2v3 on the short side of that trade. But again, no kills, good tankiness out of the members. And again, you see an Afro and an Athena. That is just a combo that is going to be difficult to burn through at this point in the game.
Yeah, like Breastplate is even better on on Afro than it was on the Hell. Like, cooldown reduction is so good on Afro, and even though you're like you don't have a ton of power, you still like in the levels you get enough. As Arma's getting kind of chased by the tower, and we're gonna see the counter rotation coming in, but it's actually really freaking good item. As Brownside's gonna blink in.
Now here comes the ultimate now from Armor Wolf. And I'm a Gamer is going to have to leap away. The engagement was there. It was 1v3, but again, with the collapse coming over, 5-man rotation. That is not something you're going to want to mess with. But here comes Omar. He will get picked. The Centaurs...
Ooh, Specify does pick up the kill, but he...
pick it up, but yes, Brownside with the follow-up. Even though he survived with the ultimate, Brownside there to get the final hit and the damage. Armor Wolf will fall, as will Kexen. I'm a Gamer will pick up Brownside. And now the big bad damage will come from the house as Stages will track down Hellerin. Here comes the chase as now Vistix will get out of there. But 4 for 2 ultimately at the end of the day. And now here comes the push onto the mid-tier 1. So trying to get this first tower of the game. It looks like it will be taken by the Pittsburgh Phantoms. So that small advantage that we were looking for has finally fallen in favor of the team from the East Coast.
Can we see player damage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about what I expected. Just making sure.
Yeah,
It is definitely the Baba Yaga problem right now. And again, you were talking about it earlier, Skeet. You know, Baba Yaga normally countered by the Raijin, and Stages says, I don't care, I'm still going to play it. And to great effect as we look at it right now.
Yeah, I think he's playing extremely well on it. I don't even think he's free casting, which is usually the case. Hold on. I'm gonna hold my
a lot
puppy.
of de-warding
Yep, no
happening
problem.
there.
Never mind, he ran away. But no, what was I saying?
see
No,
that
I mean,
chunk?
him getting fed
Damage.
is just... Him getting fed is just huge. Like I said, if they run it through mid, like that's their best shot. As you saw right there, just doing massive amounts of player damage. Specify picks up a kill. Soloing Armor Wolf. They will be falling here in the mid as well. Raijin's
Mystics
first
will
death.
finally fall for the first time, and now Stages will focus over. Brown side will fall for the double. Stages on a rampage, and now that little advantage has ballooned just a little bit. And here comes Omar trying to pick up something on the backside. Specify will fall. So ultimately a 3-for-1. But here comes Kexen. He wants it. He needs it. He has to get this kill onto a very tanky Osiris. Osiris wants this damage anyways, but he is now in the middle of a 3v1, and he is going to be on the losing end of that. Senpai will pick up the kill over in the duo lane. 11-8 our score. Again, warded is the Gold Fury by Phenoms. Here is Hellerin. See what this Afro can do. Maybe they just want to back
Also,
away. Enough of a
Jeremy,
threat,
can
though,
you
that's not going
fix
to get started up.
Can I fix what?
the rolls?
Which one did I mess up? The
Bob-
Stages
Baba
is mid.
is-
There you go.
Yeah, I think that must have happened because of like people connecting. Oopsies.
Is that when
Accidental
you click the soundboard?
Probably. No, wait, that didn't happen.
It didn't
That
happen. That
That
didn't happen. Didn't happen.
Off record.
Off the record.
Are you talking about when the stream just muted out and got blacked out?
Yeah.
Yep, 2 seconds.
Welcome to Quackin' After Dark.
Quacking in the dark.
Yes.
The quacking never sleeps, my friends.
Quackin' never
Yeah.
sleeps.
The 5-in-1 Yaga. Boy.
That is just... I finally got my first taste of Baba Yaga the other day. She is one of the gods I just don't play. And seeing the versatility of that god, it is interesting to see what Stages is able to do here. Utilizing what isn't exactly the most mobile of gods, isn't the most, like, straight line, damaging thing. Instead, you have to be able to have that indirect flexibility to play Baba Yaga in a manner that you can support the team, still free cast, and still be just an absolute nuisance to the other side. And Stages is doing that with flying colors at this point. He's finding those little ways to poke and prod and to make sure that he has just enough to make himself annoying.
Yeah, Baba Yaga is just pure burst potential late game, just hitting like a freight train, and it's looking like she's well online to be doing that pretty soon here. As of right now, I'm thinking the only thing to really shut her down is going to be that 2-level ahead Zablanket from the carry lane on Armor Wolf.
And here comes the big team fight as I'm a Gamer will pick up Brown side, but Vistix will pick up Kexen on the other way. So we got a 1-for-1 so far as the fight splits into two. Low health bars all around. Omar going for a chase here. And he will see how many he can try to pick up. Blink will come out, finally picks up Senpai. Looking for another one. He's got Stages on the ropes. He will not be able to get that one, but Omar will get picked up by I'm a Gamer instead. And his team says, that's fine. You got the one, we got the Gold Fury. We'll take the trade. And it's 2 for 2.
Yeah, I think that was a good team fight there from both squads. I feel like it was equal and even trades. Phenoms just needed a little bit more damage on, 3 people there, and I feel like that's a wipe of of a team fight, but I think that's a good usage of Sanctuary there by the Baba, and everybody else just getting out right at the right time. But I still think that fight falls in favor of Phenoms just because of having enough health to pick up the Gold Fury there on the backside.
Not only that, but you saw that the Gold Fury on the graph there, you saw the swing, and that swing was the Gold Fury. It was dead even after the team fight. The Gold Fury got picked up, and you saw that 1,200 gold swing that you get from getting the Gold Fury puts Phenoms squarely in the driver's seat. About 19 minutes in, so we're definitely looking at a post 20-minute game here, and we'll see if Phenoms is going to be able to pull this one out. Again, much more even than game number 1 was. And here comes the push onto Vistix. Wow, he was just obliterated. Here comes the ultimate Baba Yaga. The swirling pools of death just trying to find their targets.
That was so much
I
damage.
will point out, I think the game was over last game at this point. What, 19 minutes?
Yeah.
1946. So in
We're
about 10
almost there.
seconds.
My favorite year.
About 10 seconds the last game was over, and this one is not looking anywhere close with all T1s standing and a couple T2s. Or all T2s standing and a couple T1s. Sorry.
Yep, but Phantoms
this is looking like for a long run.
Yeah, this is looking like a long game until somebody finds the advantage.
I'm excited to see how this Aphrodite, rotates into these team fights like she's doing now and brings that healing to the table.
Yeah, Kek's getting very low. He's gonna have to jump out of there. Yeah, I mean, the Afro is like the X factor here. She gets stronger as the game goes on. She gets more, she gets that Rod of Asclepius, and she's gonna be able to heal her team a lot, keep them in the fight.
Surprised I don't see a Lotus Crown.
That might be the last item there, but at this point she's just looking to basically help out the team in different ways. The healing doesn't have to be like the biggest part, I think.
Well, yeah, but it
Mainly-
brings protection to the table. It's the
Yeah,
biggest
true,
thing
true,
for
true.
Lotus Crown.
Like, Lotus Crown does bring a lot, but I think right now her build is quite good. She's basically just trying to make sure that she has the most utility for her team.
Yep,
Those
here we
armor
go.
using
The
the ultimate
Jablonke
there.
ultimate comes out, but Armor Wolf gonna have to try and pop
Oh.
the Aegis. He's trying to stay alive, but it's a 2v1, running it down. Hellerin will get picked up. Armor Wolf will get picked up. Stages is unstoppable, and Specify will get his 3rd kill of the game. Here comes the Baba Yaga, and you see that. You see that cauldron riding weirdo just coming out of nowhere to decimate the Phenoms right now. Stages has kind of said what Omar said in game number 1. Get into the backpack, I'm going to carry you through. And it's coming through loud and clear at this point. We do see a gold lead and then a B leader who was a gold lead. Now it's just next B lead for Phenoms. But the Phantoms have clawed this thing back.
Fafnir top gold. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Nice.
was about to say, like, I mean, he always has top gold. That's the passive, but, like, I was gonna say, I think the supports, though, are playing a huge factor right now, and the fact that Brownside's kind of just getting, like, fingered out of every single team fight. He's not really able to do much. Once his ultimate's gone, like, he has no utility. Like, ultimate and taunt, and that's it. He's a 2-ability individual at the moment. He has no like actual ability to do much after that, and Gamer has been hitting a lot of those hammers there. His ultimates have been very key as well. And I think Yuri is playing a way better game than he did game 1, as at the minute 22 passing the 30 mark, the Greater Scorpion on Fire Giant side finally picked up. It's been a long time coming, friends. That Scorpion
Man,
is
it's a
old
little
as crap.
early in my opinion, but
Yeah, don't take Fireside Scorpion until like minute 30, minute 35.
Yeah,
no,
right.
it's gotta spawn with EFG.
Yeah, EFG.
Wow.
Exactly.
EFG first spawn, yeah.
As Gamer jumps over the wall.
For the
And
block here.
We
Good
will
dodge.
see Brownside bringing his booty over here, as Onwolf is going to get focused out by Stages. He's going to have to use his own ultimate to make sure that he's able to stay alive for just a little bit longer, but it won't be enough, as Brownside is going to take a crap ton of damage by the ultimate there by Stages. He's going to have to utilize that Aphrodite ult and his own dash to stay alive. as Vistix there getting the ultimate by the Kexen here, the big scorpion woman herself, but Specify is picked up on the backside by Omar, coming in from behind on the team fight. Sorry for stealing your thunder there. I just kind of got in the moment. Ooh.
Yep, no
Man,
worries,
look
no
how
worries.
close that net worth is. Jeez.
I was gonna say, you talked a little bit about as stages will go divine now, as Omar will fall.
9 and
But you were
1.
talking about the supports earlier, and this is something that it kind of surprises me from Brown's side. I kind of realized that Athena is not the most aggressive god. When you think of Brown side, you think of the Fafnir, you think of the Ymir, that Blink Taunt, that really aggressive support. And he hasn't been able to do that this game. He wants to be aggressive, he wants to be in your face. And the Athena just doesn't have that toolkit right now for him. Playing from behind, he's 2.5 levels now behind the Fafnir. And it's going to be really tough for him to be tanky enough to really get into the face of the Phantoms. But we'll see if the picks can happen to allow them to come back into this one, as Pyromancer is going to get picked up by the Phenoms. And so
Yeah.
we'll see how
see player
this
damage?
game is going to happen.
Yeah, we'll talk back over to player.
We'll dive on stages.
Oh my goodness. Look at that.
Yeah, as this huge fight here breaks out, but it's going to dissipate pretty quickly. I was going to say, though, Phenoms are playing lights out when it comes to objective play. Like, they're losing team fights, but they will win the eventual game if the Phantoms can't start securing actual objectives here. Because if I pull this down, like, they've really... I think that might have been the Scorpion grab by... No, Phenoms got that, so that must have been the Scorpion grab, yeah, by the Phantoms there. I don't think they've really secured any objectives, and that's going to play a big deal. I mean, we're passing the 25-minute mark. 5 minutes from now, EFG is going to be around, and if they can't clean that up, they're going to lose.
Yeah, in my opinion, I feel like, you know, the Phantoms are winning the team fights right now. They need to push with that, try and get a fight around fire. Hope they have enough up to take fire after that, because I feel like the later it gets, the more online that Afro and Athena get, you know, that Athena gets back on level, it's not going to look too good for the
Ton of
Phantoms
damage
here.
now coming out on a Brown side. He's trying to bob and weave and get out, and he might
No way he
manage
makes
to
it
do
out
so.
alive.
I think he does there. They've just ignored him
did.
completely as they dive underneath the tower. Ultimate's coming round. The Dragon Boy has activated as Kexen getting very low, and he is going to get blinked on as Omar jumps into this team fight now. He will get neutralized by the hammer, and SM Specify will be the first one. I'm a Gamer will be the second one as Armor picks up the double kill there. Lots of damage, lots of low health bars here on the side of Phenoms, though, as they still are 5 men strong. Stages here trying to take a little bit of aggression, putting a couple people down low, but this is where Afro shines, healing up her players, especially Armor Wolf here, who is absurdly key for them to be able to take this fight in full. But Kexen has gotten his health bar back after backing, and Vistix will be caught out there at the mid-Harpy. And we will see Senpai Rara or Yuri coming in, dealing the damage. We are seeing, once again, the second ultimate from Armor Wolf, but it's not going to be enough for him to get a kill or for him to survive, as Armors get Omar. Wow, Omar and Armor, kind of tongue twister there, as he picks up a little bit of damage and is going to back off of the situation. But end of it all, it looks like neither team really has the pool to do the FG, but Phenoms will certainly give it a try if they manage to find a pick here, especially on a stage who's looking especially spicy, sitting at 9 and 1 and unstoppable.
Yeah, and this is really, I mean, even when we were looking at player damage earlier, this is really the Stages show. Stages is in full backpacking mode right now. 9, 1, and 5, already at level 20, saying, hey boys, get on my back, let's get this thing going. As he's already at 42k player damage.
I was gonna say, I feel like that a lot of like CC and stuff is being done from his team, and I was gonna say damage, but I can't really say that because all the rest of his team is just sitting there in between with Specify being at the highest and Gamer being at the lowest, as you would expect him to sit at, and probably where you'd expect Specify and Kexen to sit. So
Yeah. But also looking at Hellerin. Hellerin last game was actually up towards the top. Now she's down on the bottom, so not doing nearly the amount of damage as before. But again, giving that sustain to her teammates, trying to help things out. As here comes Brownside with the ultimate, the Jablonke ultimate going to be utilized as well. A little bit of a retreat there by the Phantoms, but here comes the 5-man rotation. And now we've got a 2v4 as here comes the ultimate. The transformation, Omar will fall, and Specify will pick up his 4th kill of the game. Phenoms now a little bit on the run as, oh no, Armor Wolf getting caught out. Specify will get his double. And now Fire Giant seems to be the next thing on the table for the Phantoms as Phenoms getting zoned out here. And it looks like Fire Giant already at half health. We see the Fafnir there, but we see 2 members strong coming out here. Vistic's in a bit of a problem, and that means that it will indeed be the Pittsburgh Phantoms taking the Fire Giant at 29-35.
That
Just
was
before
huge.
EFG.
Yeah, just before EFG, but that was massive. I mean, you look at the charts here and numbers, but they finally managed to secure an objective. They take a really good team fight. Phenoms just seemed, I was going to say at the beginning of that fight, Phantoms seemed to be uncoordinated, getting very separated. Phenoms weren't able to really take advantage of that, and then they get separated themselves, and it becomes Stages bringing down Omar, and then the rest of the team bringing down Armor Wolf and getting everyone else out of that. It was kind of an unfortunate situation. You definitely want to clean that up if you're either squad there, because those small mistakes will begin to add up, as we've already seen with that Fire Giant, and the next one will be EFG. So if the game manages to get that far, which has a certain possibility, as the Phantoms look to maybe take their 2nd objective of the game. Quite a performance, isn't not, boys?
I think this is one hell of a game. I think Pittsburgh Phantoms is just showing how strong they are when Stages gets fed. A complete 180 from last game, and I honestly feel like the difference maker was last game. Stages was what, 0-2, 0-3?
Yeah, mid lane just was.
15-minute mark, just kind of getting shut down.
Yeah, mid lane
And
just kind of became a non-factor that game.
And I feel like this game he's able to, push out the pressure and do so much more than he was, and I think that's a huge difference maker in this one.
I think it's definitely a credit to his team, though. I mean, Kexen's playing a lot better,
yeah.
I think. I think Yuri's playing, like, miles better than he played last game. Just kind of getting shut down by that hell. I feel like this is a tale of really 2 different Pittsburgh Phantom squads that we're seeing. One that got pretty run down in a very quick game, to a squad that's able to compete with Phenoms very well, having a lead, and they are a fantastically talented squad. So this is very hard to do, as they are pushed to the brink, as this is a siege here, but Anagamer is taking a lot of damage. We will see the ultimate come out from the X-Ball to maybe try and pick up the kill here, as Specify getting very low. Gamer will be the first one to fall. He's going to try and use that ultimate to survive, but Viz will keep his health bar enough. As Kexen picks up a killing spree, he will die, though, for his troubles.
I still think that's a good pickup there for
Yeah, I mean,
Kexen
that's...
to pick up the Raijin, but
Yeah, it's 3 for
or
1.
they get the Fire Giant, and they lose the fight, and they don't get anything for it. No Phoenixes, no nada.
Yeah, that was an
3 for
extremely
1
well-placed Phoenix Siege.
Or 3 for 1. The only ones now that have that Fire Giant buff is Senpai on the Kukulkan and Stages on the Baba Yaga. And now, here comes Phenoms. They are going to push this tier 2 over in the solo lane. So we're seeing that objective play, even though it did go in the favor of the Phantoms, the Phenoms are taking what advantages they have. They win the team fight, they're able to push out, and now it's a 2v4 over here on the right-hand side, and it looks like the Phantoms are going to have to give up this right-hand side Phoenix. So a huge win for the Phenoms. That means they're going to have pressure when the next EFG will spawn in the next couple minutes.
Yeah, that's a huge win for them right there. No shot they push Titan without taking, the T1 all the way over there in left lane. It seems to still be standing at the 33-minute mark. When will it fall? Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never
Stay
know.
tuned.
It was just that back and forth weird kind of push there, but Stages is there free casting one more time. They're trying to get back. They want to spend up some of the gold that they've accumulated Phenoms, but again, Phantoms doesn't want to give them any breathing room if they can afford it, including picking up the Pyromancer here. Looks like they have left SM Specify to deal with that. Tyron himself just polishing that objective off. And now they reset, they get everyone together, the Fire Giant buff is gone, and they have lost a Phoenix on top of it. So if you are the Phenoms, and I'm going to pose this to you, Skeet, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a break on this one. If you're the Phenoms, where do you gain your advantage to try and close out this game? You're 6k gold down. You're down a little, your level difference really isn't much of a difference. Brownside is still trying to pick up that level 20. But how do you close this one out?
I would honestly, I would answer that kind of for Skeet in that gold diff kind of doesn't matter a lot because now you're just looking at 3k pots. Like everyone's full built in the game.
Even then, I still think the advantage falls towards, like everybody is full build, but I still think the advantage falls towards the Phantoms, team fight wise. In my opinion, the win is going to come from playing through this Afro right here.
This could be
You gotta play
disastrous
front to
here
back
as Stages
style.
is going to fall before he's able to get into his ultimate here. As Vistix, it falls there too. Two mid laners gone. Specify though coming in, able to pick up that kill under Armor Wolf, but Specify will get picked up as well by Omar as Hellerin gets chased down here by all members, but Kexen is going to fall in behind from Omar. He's going to ultimate in, trying to pick up I'm a Gamer here too, as this is a 3v2 fight so far. Yuri's going to have to get out of that situation, as I'm a Gamer will be the last one there to fall so far as they chase down Yuri. That's a 4-for-2 trade. We got 3 healthy people here on the Nom side, running it down so far, trying to see if they can grab Adrian, but I think they're going to look to go right into the Titan room
Yeah, they just want to end this.
and end the game.
Oh, the T1 up, man. There's so many protections.
Yeah, they do
we'll
have to be
see
very
what kind of
careful.
damage they're going to
and-
be able to get done. It's only one person. Senpai is here. He has to wait 5 seconds for Stages to get there.
And
but
Stages
he
will
is definitely
respawn
tanky
here
enough.
as the Titan
he's
hits
down to
half health.
half
This is
health.
going to be very big as Adrian is going to have to use that ultimate himself to pick up the kill onto Hellerin. It's going to be a successful defense of the Titan there as Omar is going to run Adrian down in response. Circle around, but Stages dealing so much damage. Is able to pick up Omar there. They defend the game and they get rid of Omar and Hellerin for a full minute of this game. But the rest
That
of
might
the
be an
members
AFG right there.
who fell have now respawned. This is a 4v3. This is not a guaranteed anything, as everything over here is warded up. They will see when these wards fall. Vistix here trying to play to his advantages here as Kexen is going to jump in onto this. Viz is going to use the ultimate for that CC immunity, dealing a lot of damage and healing. Kexen getting very low, going to get that shield off. And Stages coming in. The excellently placed Aegis there will keep him alive only 1 second longer as the house comes in. And this might now finally be EFG with Specify burning it down. Stages here to try and make sure no one is going to come onto this. This is a crazy fight here.
Yeah, in
And
my
that is going
opinion,
to be
that's
a free
poor
EFG.
play from Viz right there. I think with Raijin up, they have a chance to maybe, steal an
Steal it.
EFG or
Yep.
put up a fight, but with him down,
There's
can't
no
do
shot.
anything.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate there. Biz really going for the aggro play, and it just doesn't go his way. You do have to be careful. I think that works in ranked. Certainly does in casuals. It will not work in comp when 5 people all can hear each other's calls. If Kexen's
If
going
you
in, you
did
can sure
catch it
tell.
in the side as well, Baba Yaga is now 3k potted up.
Yeah,
So
that's...
there is
yeah.
that. And I believe, I don't know if I saw it right, but I think either Fafnir or Serket there bought a 3k pot, and I think it was Fafnir with the red pot.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see there. I'm not quite sure.
I'm pretty sure he bought a red pot there, man.
I mean, you know how I'm a gamer is. He loves to play W key. You know, he kind of wanted to play ADC in the absence of Duck, but he really couldn't find anyone who was, you know, as competent in all the roles that we would have needed in this game. So, maybe another time. As Omar is going to jump into this with the ultimate, going to try and pick off stages here, but his team
Burn the
around
beads.
him.
It's good enough for him.
Yeah, I mean, it does burn a couple beads, so next engagement, you do have to keep an eye out for that. But
That is the blink, however, by Omar as well. So he's not going to have that for an engage. He's not going to be able to get into that back line as easily as if he normally would wanted to, especially against stages, because they know, as pause happens here,
as armor DCs
as
again.
armor DCs again, you know who the big target is. You see that double-digit kill feed right now, and you know who has to carry right now. It's gotta be stages, and so that
Really?
Baba
Really?
Yaga has
At
to die.
56, really at 56k damage? He's
Yeah, I
the
know,
carry,
right?
right? Yeah.
But that Baba Yaga's got to die. At this point, if you're the Phenoms, you have to say our primary target has to be the Baba Yaga. Once the Baba Yaga dies, then we can move on to either the Circuit or the Chiron. But once that Baba Yaga dies, or until that Baba Yaga dies, nothing else can happen. You know,
And-
maybe we can get a pick, maybe we can get something, but he's going to be the problem. He's got the backpack on. Get rid of the guy with the backpack.
And if you look at the actives there, while he does not have beads, he still has the Aegis. So when it comes to being able to survive an exceptional push here, that's what's going to have to be key. And when it comes to other stuff too, I mean, Viz's ultimate is down, which is for a little bit longer. One of the things you know you want to look at. This ultimate down is for Omar. The ultimate for Kokolin kind of doesn't matter fully, somewhat, but you know, you kind of look at the active situation, and coming into this siege, it's looking a lot better for the Phantoms than it is for the Phenoms, but they do have a ton of beads if they really need to. The fountain is right there. If CC chains start happening, they can probably get around the Phoenix and get healed right up. So there's a lot to think about as we reach into the final moments of this game, while on paper you see an advantage for the Phantoms. It's all going to come down to how well the defense is by Phenoms, their comms, and just their ability to actually play in this defensive manner, which last time it happened, it went very well for them. So I'm expecting to see another excellent defense here by the Phenoms, as all teams are up.
And that last defense was all around target selection. They all focused the one target, turned the fight from 5v5 into 5v4, focused the next target, and they were able to turn the fight systematically. Now it is down the middle, 4 in the mid. You've got Circuit coming on the left-hand side. Do you try and go for the pick? Do you try and go for the push? Which one is your objective here? And that's going to be a real key decision by Phenoms and how they take this fight.
And look at the posturing, since we're able to analyze this pre-fight here, if it ends up being one. All 5 members of Phenoms are here, ready for this defense. We got ultimate for Brownside to have extra prots for armor if he manages to go in. And we also have Hellerin having that ult, probably also on armor to keep him alive, for sure. Or Viz, one of the two. Really, so they got all 5 members, and Kexen is kind of over here. So this is an advantage for numbers in terms of Phenoms, for sure. So I don't know if they're going to really look to engage on this, the Phantoms. I think they're going to look to maybe just try and harass, pick off some of these wards here and there, and see what they can do in terms of splitting this team up, as Omar is going to respond to Kexen here. And Kexen will respond by getting back here. So this is becoming a 4-1 fight here. And it looks like they do point out that this wave is pretty far behind. Not pushed up where they'd like it to be. So a lot of posturing here. Neither team willing to really step up.
I think the Phenoms are just willing to take that. They're kind of burning out their EFG here, just standing here and letting them make the first move. They
Yeah.
will not fight unless it's under that Phoenix.
Mm-hmm. That's two. You have to have your extra player there. As we do see finally the X-Ball is going to drop the ultimate as Senpai Rao is going to come into here trying to do a little bit of damage. Oh my god, the snipes coming out there by SM Specify are going to get Viz to and below 10% health bar as Brownside's getting a ton of damage dealt to him by Specify with the CC coming out from Gamer. We are going to see Stages picking up a double kill. This could very well be the game, and the first game the Phenoms have dropped all season long, and it will. We are going to a game 3.
Spicy.
Oh my god. Did you expect this, Skeet?
No, I didn't. I'll be completely honest with you. I need to go join a VC. Do some searching.
Okay, buddy. Oh my lord. Well, the first games that either team has dropped all season long, albeit it's only been 2 sets, because every single set in week 3 for the majors was postponed. But that's still very big, and that's insane. That result, that game, is maddening. Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have to be feeling like, like game 1 went very well for Phenoms. They were like, oh yeah, we're gonna pull out the X ball, see what's up, and oh boy, did things turn out to be a long slog that had Stages picking up 12 kills and only 2 deaths. So much CC and peel to keep him alive. Yuri having a very great game after having somewhat of a poor performance there, game 1. Just kind of crazy. And Specify down the stretch there dealt a ton of damage there. Not even close to armor, but getting very close to Omar there and Viz. So, oh boy, I need to hear your thoughts, Red.
Yeah, I know everybody likes to see the big double-digit numbers in the KDA, but I mean, looking at player damage, looking at what they were able to do during the game, I got to give it to Armor and to Omar, especially trying to push what they can. Again, Hellerin 16k player healing is nothing to sneeze at. That's a huge amount of healing. But you saw that it was the little mistakes that allowed Phenoms to, instead of take the big advantage, you saw things kind of slip away. Viz got caught out a couple times. Armor wasn't able to just massively do damage like he needed to do. At least try and keep up with Stages. Omar was getting some of the dives, was getting some of the kills, but it was much more on the retreat, and he was able to get those pickoffs, or he was trying to turn things. And I think the biggest problem in game number 2 for Phenoms was Brownside was unable to be the factor that he was in game number 1. When you put him on the Fafnir, he was able to run roughshod all over the Phantoms. Game number 2, there wasn't really that pick-off capability. There wasn't that taking the team fight or the shallow fight from 2v2 or 3v3 to, to an advantage for Phenoms. Instead, everything was very even. Everything was kind of played out, and then eventually the Stages snowball kind of got rolling, and that's exactly what ended up finishing this game. Was you had Stages pushing one direction, you forced him into a bottleneck, and eventually the damage was just too much for the Phenoms to survive. So honestly, GG to both sides. It was very small advantages that turned things one way or the other. But even beyond that, that was a great game. That was just a great game.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that's probably the best game so far this season. If I'm gonna be honest, as we do reach into picks and bans here, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut up as I get all of these in.
All right. I'm gonna finish the prediction there. There we go. Okay. As we have game number 3 coming in, again, pretty standard, but the respect coming out. You gotta put a little respect on it right there. As Baba Yaga gonna get banned away. So 3 mid lane bans, the Tiamat, the Baba Yaga, and the Giannis, gone.
Uh,
The Hell
yeah, there's a lot
and
of
the
respect here.
Fafnir.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot of
the
respect
Hell,
bans
the
coming.
Fafnir, the Gilgamesh. So, and that is going to be in first pick, instant lock in for Phenoms. It's going to be the Odin.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of respect there. I mean, you don't want people playing Janus. And then Baba Yaga plus the Hell and Fafnir. I mean, this has become a game of its own here so far. This is quite the set. You don't see it often here in QSL that, especially the majors, that we see 3 games being played. It's usually pretty much close games for sure in a lot of cases, but close games that end up being 2-0, close sets, and then sets that just end up being a complete wash. So this is quite the interesting development because there's a lot of stuff left on the table as Rama is going to be hovered here and will actually be picked up by Specify and the Cerberus also being locked in. But just like think about what's on the table right now. There's Athena. There is any ADC you want besides Rama. um, there's a lot to work with. Most really good mages, there's still a Raijin that you can pick up. There's still a Scylla. There's a lot of things to think about here as we reach into the top 3. Because it's pretty much just been all respect with only a couple bands that you see far too often. Because Gilgamesh runs games and Tiamat, once you get past the 20-minute mark, is a menace. So no mage should have that many prots. IMO. But we will see, once again, anything you can do, I can do better. The Artemis from game 1 being picked up on to Sir Armor. Quite the P's and B's thus far. LaFay is up. Yeah, LaFay is up for sure, but I don't think she's as good as people think
All right,
she
Amber.
is. Yeah, welcome back, Skeet. I was just about to talk
Welcome back,
about.
Skeet.
I'm about to talk about Morgan Le Fay. I don't think is that good in comp. I'm gonna be real with you. She does a lot of damage. She has a lot of things she has, but her ultimate kind of sucks. And at the end of the day, she really can't get out of much.
There it is.
But it looks like it's gonna be hovered here for
No, I think Viz
stages.
is gonna play it. I don't think she's bad right now. She does so much damage, but she just lacks, a lot of getaway except for her ult.
She's not bad. She's not bad. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
She's a glass cannon. She's
Yeah.
an absolute glass cannon. If you can get her full kit off, she hits very fucking hard. But getting her full kit off, that's where the problem occurs with her.
what we've seen from SPL play is that Morgan Le Fay has just been kind of overlooked and ignored. So at high level play for sure, she's not really seen as the big thing. But here down in QSL, she's been banned every single time. And so with her being available, maybe they opt to get it, but no, they hover it, but ultimately decide to go onto the Osiris path, picking up what Omar did last game.
I think they're trying to bait a Morgan Le Fay ban here. There's the Nem ban again.
And Nemesis not getting any love by anybody.
I did tell them if they're gonna pick it to pick it now. They don't listen. They don't listen.
Well, we'll see how this pans out.
Oh, there we go.
Interesting. The Rama picked up, Artemis getting picked up. The late game hyper carry. Again, you see the Artemis has the strongest stim in the game. Rama slightly behind that, but also has that level 2 instant wave clear. As Morgan Le Fay will get banned out, as will the
That's
Merlin.
100% mage ban by the Phenoms, by the way. All of those
Yeah.
are mages.
That is a when you fear the stages, when you when
The
when the
many
stage has
stages
been
of
set,
losses.
when
Stages
the
of depression.
stages has been set, and you still don't want to see them.
Oh, Andy's gonna get last pick too. That is a spicy.
Yeah. So we still see things like the Scylla still up. We still see. Oh man, what's another good? The Raijin is still available. Morgan being hovered right now. That's not a bad pickup right now, at least. Um, but oh, as looks like yes, Morgan will be locked in, and it's going to be the Camazotz. Okay, the Hunbats was hovered, but it will be the Camazotz that will be locked
Your
in
time
finally,
has
and
come.
that that is a dangerous, dangerous pick. That could be absolutely disgusting.
And he will
And
do
it
it.
will be locked in.
And
It's the thought.
I have to say on our server, the team server, his name is the King Birdman nerd. So
Yeah,
um
Herb,
Stages is known for playing many birds. Skeet, I know you're a fan of all of the birds.
Herb.
Um yeah, that's kind of crazy. And also to the comment there, excellent stats there. See Morgan Le Fay just got unbanned and yet 85% win rate. Yeah, good stats right there, buddy.
Yep. And I
Significant
mean,
units you need, sir. But yeah, talk red.
the yes, Thoth into Odin is as Zero did, point out there real quick, but Thoth into Odin is kind of a iffy scratch your head kind of thing, and I get that. But I'm also going to say Thoth, if positioned correctly, if he is able to be relatively distanced from team fights, and we know Stages knows how to play this Thoth, and as we've seen, even on the Baba Yaga, has a good positioning. This is a disgusting artillery mage. We talked about Morgan Le Fay, and she is an artillery mage. She has long range on her ult. She has all of these abilities that she can throw from distance. And Thoth is very much the same. You put down the wall and you just start swinging.
Alrighty,
So
boys. Let's do this.
we'll see what this Uber cannon is going to do in the mid lane now. Is Stages going to be able to finish this one out? Or is it going to go in favor of the is it going to go over in favor of the Pittsburgh Phantoms or
Who's,
sorry, or the Phenoms?
have you put the vote up yet, or no?
I'm putting it up right now.
So we have interesting things here. I don't know what's happening, but Viz is currently on Odin.
Oh,
That
oh really?
yes, Skeet, would you like to tell me where I have to put Viz? Is Viz going mid or
He's
solo?
he's solo. He's solo.
Okay, so we're switching up the roles there. Viz is going to be going into the solo lane, and Hellerin is going into the mid lane. I was kind of scratching my head because I was like, what's going on here?
You're like, what happened? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, we
Little
do
birdie
see
told
Heller in
me.
there, but oh, the sneaky little ward. The sneaky little ward. Of course. I'm a gamer coming up. They're gonna have the red buff timer right away. Yeah. Just throwing that in there, why not?
That's sort of like
You
a
guys only
mental
got a
move.
couple minutes, by the way, for your betting. So there you go. Who's gonna win game number 3? Is it gonna be the Pittsburgh Phantoms? Is it gonna be the Phenoms? Let's get it in and get it on for game number 3.
Yeah, so what we were talking about stream, because I didn't have it up yet. Still
Alright,
kind of
every
setting
last
things
coin
up
I
over there.
have, baby, into the Phenoms.
We're going all in. Just from last season, man.
Oh no,
All in.
not all in. Then I'll lose it.
Better be careful. Better watch
Better be
out.
careful. I am joined by Hank. He'll be helping me cast this game. Oh, buddy.
Oh,
Aw, puppy.
as
The pause.
Quack and Stop League happens here. Did Armor DC yet again?
Let's see.
I wouldn't doubt it.
As Smite servers, best servers, because we know how
It's-
much that.
It's not stasis mode, so definitely somebody's either DCing or getting over 200 ping. So,
Yep.
What do you think, Jeremy,
Oh,
about these
I'm a
comps?
gamer. Oh, he just pointed out Morgan's using a band skin.
Morgan is.
hmm
At
So they're gonna
least
have
they
to
caught
remake.
it early.
Yeah, they caught it early. I'm a gamer. That like the people in game are responsible. Us casters, like,
Uh-huh.
we can't sit here and go through the list. I know Skeet has many things in his head, but
I know most of them, but what is that? The SPF 666 one?
I don't know. It looked kind of dark on my end. I couldn't really tell you what. I don't know all the Morgan skins. I'm gonna be honest
It's
with
not
you.
banned. There's no banned Morgan skins. There's not a single
Uh,
one.
Pale Raven, Rave 3N, and Soothsayer Morgan are banned.
Oh, never mind. She's under T. That's why. She is
Yeah.
under T.
The Morgan, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that messes
I
me
was
up
looking
every
under
time
M.
when I'm
I was like,
trying to
dude,
put.
there's none.
Yeah, every single time when I try and look up like her in the P&B tool, I just type MO and I go, ah, fuck. It's the
Hi, Hank.
like how it's the OSU.
Yeah. I am I am quite happy though that we are going to have to remake this because well, I should say I'm quite happy we have to remake this. At least we're going to get things kind of, figured out here. The other issue is I want to see Brownside pick a different skin, and I am glad we cannot hear that skin. More than anything else, it's almost as bad, in my opinion. It's almost as bad as I think it's the Kamazat's Jurassic skin, where it's literally nothing but screaming. Um,
Chaos tonight.
it's
It's the Ohio State
no,
Buckeyes.
no, it's sorry, Chaos. It's that school down south. That's what you mean by that. It's that school down south.
It's that overrated school that can't win a
That
title.
overrated school down south that everybody's currently decommitting from. Yes.
That can't win a title. Save their
Decommitting
lives.
from.
That they've had 4 players decommit from the Buckeyes in the last 2 weeks.
Football?
So, yes, football.
Man, that's crazy.
So, they're all like 4 and 5-star recruits too, which is
Now
really
he's
funny.
antsy.
Yeah, they're going down to the SSC. I mean, did you see like Texas and Oklahoma are going to go to the SEC for sure? Big 12's going to get blown up. It'll be a fun time. I can't wait to see the backyard brawl come back every year.
When did
WVU.
we win the Big 10? Before Urban Meyer started cheating.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why he's no longer in that job. Just to let you know.
Also, Big Ten
Owen-
title does
Owen-
not equal national championship. I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Kind of get diffed by Alabama most years, besides the
Just
1
a
year
little
LSU
bit.
decided to
Oh,
pop off.
and also Chaos, it took him less than a season to already get fined for cheating in the NFL. So if you think
Who
he
did?
learned his lesson, no. Yeah,
Yeah.
Urban Meyer and the Jacksonville Jaguars have already gotten fined for illegal contact with players and coaches before the season began.
Bruh.
Oh yeah, to the tune of I think it was to the tune of like $600,000 or $700,000. It was ridiculous.
I mean, to be fair, Alabama does cheat too, you know it, but they haven't been caught yet. So
Well, when Alabama actually is a college program instead of a pro program, we'll talk.
that is true. They were better that 1 year when the Dolphins were bad,
Oh
like
my
very
goodness,
bad.
yeah, yeah.
What a time.
I'm sorry. How many Final Fours has OSU made in the last 5 years? As well, yeah. 0-8.
Oh man.
And the only time Beeline didn't win the national championship was because Louisville actually had 2 illegal players on it. But anyway, we're not going to go into that. Let's talk about Smite, right,
also,
guys? Let's talk about Smite.
It's
We're here
also
for
because
Smite.
of Louisville roots with strippers.
Yeah, well.
All
Yeah,
right. Anyways,
well,
let's get back to
you're
Smite
not
because the
wrong.
pause is gonna come out because Yuri has not loaded in.
I mean, technically, we could talk about whatever we want to talk about because we're going to get banned thanks to Jeremy's wonderful, wonderful soundboard anyway.
Dude, any other time I press the number 2, I don't have that. The minute I have the soundboard on, I press my numpad 2, and we all get an earful before I can even realize what's going on.
That was. It's so funny because it happened right after like the big kill in mid too. That was the best part.
Out of all of them,
By the
that
way,
one.
did you add a call an ambulance, but not for me? Because I have a feeling we're gonna see
I
it a
told
couple
you
times
had to
this game.
remind me. Because I have to, like,
Oh,
pull
man.
up the sound and download it and shit.
Oh my
boy.
gosh, Jeremy. What
Oh,
is this?
I,
And now Yuri can't
Oh.
connect. Oh man, this is just ridiculous.
well, you
Yuri's
got
throwing.
time. You can go do it right now. Yeah. So when this becomes an actual VOD, somebody's gonna have to go by and clip it after we're done. So.
No, see, when it comes to uploading to YouTube, I'm going to download it, remove that section, and revert history. Revisionism
I
is the way
I
of the
have no
future.
problem. I have no problem with that. I'm just talking about tomorrow morning when it's when it's fresh and new. You can take the VOD off of Twitch, and I mean, if we have to listen to the bug story from last season, we can have this one this season now.
Bruh.
Already done. Bad News Bears. Yes.
No, it didn't happen. No, you're banned. Bears, you're banned permanently.
Nice what?
Nah, man, he didn't hear it. That's a lie.
Right after I
Coming back? Oh, you coming back for more lovins, Hank? Oh, you want to watch?
Hank.
You want to watch the game? Yes, you do.
Oh man.
Hank is a QSL fan today. Ow!
Cool.
Ow!
All right,
Whoa.
so here we go. Finally getting into game number 3 between the Phenoms and the Pittsburgh Phantoms. Red Sniper, Skeet, and Jerbear having some fun here tonight in the
Good night, bub.
Quackin' After Dark. But
Yeah, it's truly after dark. We are cresting midnight as we speak.
Hey, man, it's only,
ADT.
9 p.m. here, buddy.
Yeah, well, you know,
Hashtag West
for me.
Coast diff. Ow! Oh my!
Yeah.
You are very. Oh.
we're kind of in the
Hashtag
EDT
puppy
over
dog
here.
diff.
Yeah, get wrecked,
Hank
buddy.
diff.
Hank
He's
diff.
like in my face, dude, and he's got the big old bear claws, and he's pawing my face and shit.
He's going, excuse me, sir. Have you heard of some propane and propane accessories?
He's trying to reach me about my car's extended warranty.
Yeah, there you go.
Alrighty, how you guys feeling about the
Good talk,
drafts
Bobby.
in this? How you feeling about
The drafts? Oh my god, I haven't really thought about the picks. Oh my god, I do kind of like in the end have to give it to Phenoms because that Odin cage is gonna be huge. You know, luckily it's
I
only
believe Odin was banned in every game prior to this set.
yeah. So
Correct.
yeah. Odin cage is gonna be big, but luckily it's only in the solo lane. It's not in the jungle, so stages won't be feeling that problem. Most likely until someone has Phantom Veil up. But, I mean, there's that. Brownside's on the Ymir, which is a support he's way more comfortable on. And plays way better. So, just whenever I look at things that Camazotz and Omar, I'm very interested to see how it works out. But there's definitely a lot of intrigue, for sure, but I will give it... I'll give that Phenoms in the end.
And we are getting, oh my goodness. By the way, you need to switch over to the game screen just to remind
shit.
you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. They love the picks and bans. They want to talk about the picks and bans, but they really want to see what's going on in game.
Yeah, I know, right? Me too.
Yep. So, all right. So we're
we
just
are
so
past the
enthralled
midnight
by the
mark.
action.
We are past the
we're so
midnight
enthralled
mark,
with the
says.
action here.
Ooh, as the
Ooh,
good
big
pluck
boy
coming
plug.
out onto armor. Specify coming in, gonna roll in, grab that kill.
Yep.
Easy peasy,
Specify
Brownside
that
might fall.
early aggression.
Barely able with those pots.
Just not enough.
The pots,
The pot
damn.
will keep him alive.
Pot diff.
Sweet
So
diff.
he's definitely. I was gonna say he's definitely from Colorado. He knows exactly how to use that pot.
It's legal in Cali now too.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically
I'm,
legal
I'm in
every place
Illinois,
as well.
so I'm all. It's also legal here. So
In PA, there's just a
This is
fine.
expensive as
the
all get
United
out, but it
States.
is legal here.
Yeah, PA is decriminalized. There's a fine for large amounts. But money is money.
Yeah, well, it's all fun
Talking
and
about
games until
politics
you go
on
back
Quack
to
and
the black
Smitely.
market. Yeah, right.
No.
You hate politics, man.
Yeah, it is. But anyway, we
bit of
are
that good
back into
ganja.
game number 3 here. First kill by the Phenoms, or sorry, by the Phantoms onto Armor Wolf. Brownside barely surviving the double up over in the duo lane. But stages on this thought is kind of the main story after game number 2, where he literally threw the Phantoms on his back as Baba Yaga, as
Ooh.
Armor Wolf is going to get picked off again!
Wow. Specify showing off his special colors there on the Rama. Rama, I think, like, if you're going to take Bluestone ADCs, Chiron is the best, but if you're going to take actual ADCs with bow build, oh, Rama's so good. Rama's so good.
Yeah, the bow build on him is absolutely disgusting. I've played it a couple times myself. It's just so much fun to be in the midst of a fight, pop his stim, and then automatically have so many stacks that you're just blowing through everything in front of you. But
Yeah.
we'll
Same
see
goes for
how this.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Same
same
does
goes
go
for
for-
Artemis.
I
And
think-
the
Yeah,
and
she
the
has a higher
stim,
stim too.
She
Yeah.
has
Artemis.
she has the best stim in the game.
I've seen an Artemis with 128 stacks of
Silver.
Branch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's nutty.
That's a,
it's
that's
disgusting when you have a Fafnir.
60.
Yeah, it's a
66
stupid amount of power. Yeah, it's a stupid amount of power. There's a when you go for Shoguns and the Fafnir, the Fafnir stem on top of it, it can be absolutely ridiculous. This Brownside has made his way all the way over to the solo lane already. Rotation
Might
coming
be a blue
out.
invade coming out here. And
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
definitely it is.
It definitely is. Setting it all up, getting things ready as Vistix is over there on the perfect panda skin. I am absolutely enjoying the panda skin already. And it looks like the Phenoms were able to secure that blue buff, so they do get the invade. They are
They also
successful.
draw
and
that
now
Cerberus
pull
ult.
back away and take their prize as the brown side is going to get the blue buff.
He needs it, man. Cooldown reduction. Because support buff sucks.
Early game support buff, yes, I would agree. Late game support buff, it definitely does help.
I can agree with that.
Those extra protections for having your previous stacks of protections on items are just disgusting. Because it just makes all your items better. But again, as we see this game kind of getting onto its feet already, we're 6 minutes in now. Nobody has a huge advantage this way or that. We've only got 2 kills. Both of them have been in the duo lane, both of them by SM Specify, onto Armor Wolf. And it kind of plays to the immobility of that god, Artemis. Really, you don't have a dash, so your positioning has to be on point. Your only escapes are once you hit level 5. You gotta have Tusky, or you gotta be able to drop that trap at the feet of your opponent. If you miss those both, well, you're gonna get rolled, you're gonna get schooled, and you're gonna get screwed. That's just the way it works.
I don't know, man. She's a speedy boy with that
Ooh, lots of blinks though coming out here on Specify.
wall, maybe? No?
Yep. Ultimate there. The CC.
Ultimate.
Ooh,
Now
Gator, though.
lurking in the water is going to be utilized by him a gamer. He's going to pop up, no damage there, but at least he gets out of it without too much of a problem. He's going to be able to zone away the Kamazots. Kamazots still staying in that duo lane and the rotation coming through. Here comes Stages, and now there's the plug. Brown side in a bit of trouble, and
Missed.
the Gecko going to fall. Bye-bye to the Brown side. And that
missed that
means
up
we're
there.
going to see the chase continuing.
It's kind of crazy. It's rare to see a miss there by stages.
The board just wanted to stand still. Just wants to be loved.
Dude, Tusky just wants love all the time, man. He does all that work and then he just vibes and then he just like ceases to exist.
Yep.
Ooh, as we do see a lot of damage there onto Viz, but Yuri kind of just trapped in the cage there. Not going to be able to follow up. He probably didn't have anything in his kit either. Yeah, so kind of unfortunate.
Yep,
There's
a good
blue
amount
buff
of
invade.
damage onto the Odin. Looks like they're going to go for a blue buff invade. Viztix kind of sees it there. Yeah, an amazing amount of damage, but again, despite all his
Ooh,
rage,
nice
he's
pluck
still
there.
just a doggo in a cage. And it looks like Viz will be able to get out. The dot damage is there, but just not enough. Good freeze. Beads now onto Cerberus. Going to be popped. The ultimate going to be utilized by the Ymir. The pluck going to be beats out as well. Now lurking in the waters, going to be utilized to get out of dodge. The Sobek going to be able to disengage quite easily. And now, no kills, no problems, no muss, no fuss, and Viz will head back into the lane.
It's kind of crazy seeing a lot of aggression here early, just getting a couple kills here by Phantoms. They've not really done this in previous matches. Just,
Yeah, the early aggression has always come from Phenoms. And Phenoms kind of playing this one a little bit more reserved. They're not giving up a lot, but what they are giving up, they're giving up in one specific character to one specific person. And that's kind of the real problem here is you've got to have someone to help protect the Artemis. Either that, or you've got to make sure the Artemis can play safely enough so that she's not going to get picked off regularly. And it looks like Viztix is going to be able to equalize, but here comes the ultimate finally beads. And now, or sorry, not beads. Looks like it was just.
I think Yuri forgot that the 3 on Odin is knock-up immune.
Yeah, probably. Because I did see the 3 popped there. But here it comes. The dive is going to happen. Here comes the gank. Good ward. Okay. I wonder if they were looking for something else. But uh-oh, the bat going to be tramped down. Bat out of hell going to be utilized. Kamazot's out. But I'm a Gamer is going to get followed up on, and Omar will pick up the first kill for the Phenoms. Now the Rama going to be looked at here as Bat's going to come out. Here comes some specify with the kill, but Stages comes in from the side and he smells blood, and the Birdman will pick up the number 2. 5-1 now our score. The chase is on. Armor Wolf just going to retreat under the tier 1 tower, but it's not going to be enough as the distance, the damage, the destruction, and there goes Viz as well. 7-1 our score. This one is looking like it could get out of hand very, very quickly.
Yeah, this is kind of a crazy game. There's just a lot of stuff happening, as we saw me just try and pan over the camera. Like, we're seeing stuff at solo, then there's a whole engagement over at dual lane. There's a lot of action early, and the people who are capitalizing on it the most are the Phantoms. As we do see the wall come out, Stages is going to get the stun there, getting some damage dealt onto him, and he will fall here as Hellerin picks up the kill credit there. And I'm a Gamer is going to be definitely looked at here. Gonna fall pretty
Down
low.
to half health, down to a third. Gonna have to use the dash, try and get
And
away. But the
wall.
wall is there.
Oh my god,
Big wall,
and
good
he
bat,
will
and there it
fall
is.
with Hellerin.
Hellerin
double
will get
kill.
the double kill. Bat out of hell going to be utilized. Omar is going to be able, or sorry, Kexen. Sorry, Omar played him last time. Omar will use the bat out of hell to get out of dodge, and Kexen utilizing the hankiness of that Osiris, going to try and make sure that he is at least attempting to get the follow-up damage there. As 2 for 0 in the mid lane means that Phenoms clawing their way back into this one, now just about 2,100 gold down. and still relatively even across the board. The big difference as we take a look at XP and gold difference. Big difference going to be in the jungle and in duo lane.
Yeah, there's
1200
there's
duo.
too much happening. There's so much action in this game, man.
Cast better, honestly.
Just cast better. Yeah. As Kexen here, really taking a lot of damage here inside of this own cage. He doesn't have the ability to get out there, but it has expired. Kexen will be the first one to die here, as Yuri will try and use that ultimate to any advantage, but it will not be enough. Omar, though, still getting picked up on the backside. Hellerin coming in with that invis and that damage, as the Morgan is known to do. Moving around, but not able to schmoove and groove, as Yuri will be picked up there. I'm a gamer with some blinks there, trying to get his booty out of this situation. A stage is going to take a lot of damage. The Aegis coming in. He might fall here. The dash coming out. Still trying to deal with damage, but that's not going to be the move there, as Vistix will jump in on him and kill him. And Vistix will be looking for the final kill here. I'm a gamer is the target, and he will fall as Hellerin gets the kill credit.
Man, Hellerin is showing out in mid right now. That is a great rotation right there. Gets the shutdown onto, gamer stages. And, wait, actually, I think that was 4. That was 4, wasn't it? 4 for 1?
That was a lot of
Kexen
kills.
Kexen fell originally. Cerberus died. Yeah, that was 4. That
Yeah,
is
it was 4 for 1.
And the ultimate
And
is going to
looks
be
like
used
there's the
there.
lead.
But a blink
Oh my.
there! Blink there by
Wow.
Viz is going to save his life!
Spicy!
Oh, ho, ho. My
That's what you
God.
say outplayed, kiddo. Oh, wow.
Oh.
I thought he was dead to rights there. What a play by Viz. Big brain moment.
Specify picking up
Absolutely
another
get the
kill
brain.
onto Specify, but Omar is going to try and deal this damage out as he will go into his ultimate. Rama doing just the same. Going to unleash some of those arrows there, but it's not going to be enough. I'm a gamer trying to see if he can get a pluck, but he's not going to be able to do just that. But watch out, Brownside coming here. He's going to try and grab the damage and the kill onto Specify. He's going to dodge in the other direction and be able to stay alive. Oh my God.
Rotation coming out on a brown side here. Oh, no, they're just setting up for gold. They do have Thothel if they choose to go for this, which is probably one of the better secures in the game.
Oh, talk about
say
getting
coming up-
outplayed a couple times though on the map when it comes to abilities. Oh,
I was going to say, we are coming up on 15 minutes, so we're halfway to taking the Fireside Scorpion there. Just to let you guys know.
From last game, yes.
Last game.
Yeah,
we
30
see
minute-
the first objective.
yeah, Pabs is right. Looks like we're playing Arena today.
Right? Oh, man. But this one here, 9-7 our score. Phenoms trying
That's-
to claw their way back into
That's
this
16
one. as it
kills
was
in
a-
under 16 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, we're almost at that Fiesta level. Very, very close to the Fiesta level. We need to hit double digits before 20 on both sides. Then we're definitely looking at a Fiesta. But as for right now, looking at the Phenoms and the Phantom, or the Phenoms, yeah, the Phenoms and the Phantoms. Sorry, just mixed that up in my head. But looking at it right now, Phenoms trying to get things set up, but Phantom's very effective. If you look at their warding patterns, I really like what they're doing around gold. They know that they're going to try and fight for gold next. They're looking for a pick. They're looking for
Cool.
something to give themselves an advantage. As it looks
Huge
like Fight's
engagement,
going to break
though.
out 3v2. And now Bat Out of Hell going to be utilized by Omar to just get out
No,
of there. Or
nope,
sorry,
nope.
no, that was Hellerin.
That was the Morgan, sir. Watch
was
for the
Morgan.
names.
Yes.
I'd really like to see him turn into somebody that's not 2 levels behind. I feel
But
like he
watch
could be a
out,
lot
they're
more effective.
they're dragging this Gold Fury here, but they don't have a ton of health. They're gonna have to drop it. The Phantoms that
And they
is,
are lacking that Thought Secure as well, on top
Uh-oh.
of that.
and Thoughts is kind of getting focused out here
Viz
by
is a
Viz.
little off.
Viz has come for revenge after getting bullied there in the mid lane before having switched to solo. Huge fight. Amigamer is gonna be the first one to fall here, and Brownside might be the second, and he will be. Kexen though being the third to fall there. The Odin damage being too much. SM Specify finally getting shut down by Armor, not Omar. And the revenge is there. That is a 3-for-1 fight, and that is going to be an easy goal.
Yeah, we've
here
got
for
the
Phenoms.
Phenoms, Armor.
Phantoms. Old mod. Ooh, as Stages will hit the
my.
ultimate to grab Viz.
The snipe.
The
Stages
snipe.
with that beautiful snipe
sniped.
there. Get sniped. We are officially in Fiesta territory. 11-10 our score. Only 17 minutes into this one. And Hellerin has to pop the Aegis, but that is just going to be enough to keep her alive. Oh, so close. The Morrigan there on a couple of ticks. So close. So close. But we'll see how this one pans out. We are still very close right now. Phenoms up in gold now. And I mean,
Dead
it's
even in
really
XP.
anybody's game. XP difference is literally double digits. I mean,
Literally dead even.
we're flipping back and forth right now. So XP difference is still in the balance, but Phenoms with the gold lead, just slightly, about 500 per person.
Kexen takes a
Oh,
ton
but-
of
oh.
damage there, but he will go in with that ultimate there. And try and pick up Brownside. Brownside's going to go with an ultimate of his own, try and deal damage. I'm a gamer coming out of that, going to pull him there, but the own cage dropping in. Stage is getting focused out. The dash is not going to be used effectively there, as both Kexen and Stages are going to fall there. I'm a gamer might be the next one, as Adrian is going to try in his life to keep the remaining players alive. Specify coming into the fight very low, but Hellerin will actually get picked up by Yuri. And Brownside getting very low. The snipes are going to come out, and Specify will manage to pick up that kill there. This is an action-packed fight, 2 for 2 so far, and Specify will be the next one to fall as Omar dealing out massive damage on Bad at Hell. I'm a gamer still in the fight, and Omar will grab the double. This has been 4 for 2, as Yuri is going to have to try and escape. What a massive fight for Phenoms.
While that fight was going on, Artemis grabbed the T2 in left lane on top of that, swinging a huge gold lead in favor of the Phenoms compared to where it was.
Yeah, just
Now
look at the
we
graphs.
see this
Stonks.
Yeah,
The graph is stonks as the second own ult of this engagement happens. And Yuri will be the victim of that,
bye-bye.
but Armor will get grabbed here by Kexen.
That's what happens when you get a little greedy as an Artemis. You have no escape there. You've got no dash. You've got no teleport. You got nothing to get you out of dodge. You have to rely upon the peel of your teammates. And when Vistix is so far low, if he goes in, it's just going to be a two-person death. So instead, let Vistix get out. Armor Wolf will be okay, and you're just utilizing what you have at the time. Armor Wolf, sorry. The 5 kills, most of them, I mean, 1 or 2 have been ganks, but most of them have been because he's been stepping up in lane, getting aggressive, and he just hasn't been able to get out when he needs to.
Yeah, we're going to finally see at 2030, I think a little bit sooner than last game, the Fireside Scorpion will be picked up. So that one is online this time as a
I think
spicy
it's
one.
about 2 minutes earlier.
Yeah, so this game's going a little bit faster, it seems. A little bit.
Just a touch. Looks like it's about a 4,200 gold lead in favor of the Phenoms. Pittsburgh Phantoms, yeah, okay, about 4K. And again, 2,200 XP difference, but you see that dip starting to occur. It seems so interesting in this game where when it comes to objectives or it comes to a team fight, the big things seem to go in the favor of Phenoms, but when it comes to the slow farm, the little picks, you see that graph start to change, not dramatically, not drastically, but you start to see that slow, steady progression back towards Phantoms getting back into the game.
Yeah, there's an engagement here as I'm a gamer will be frozen here. A ton of damage coming out onto him. He's gonna
wow.
dash into a wall and be annihilated off the map, completely gone as Stages once again gonna get focused out here by Viz with that own ultimate, and Stages will be the next one to fall there. That's a huge pickup there, as Yuri is going to take a lot of damage there. He will be the next one to fall as SM Specify goes up into the ultimate, trying to get the pick off, and he will get it onto Omar, and Viz will come down, grabbing the kill on the Specify, but he better watch out as Kexen will be the next one to fall. Oh my god, that is a deicide, a 5-man wipe for all of the farm and the rights to it, as Fire Giant will be started.
5 for 1, the final tally on that one. Brownside getting a little low as he does start up the Fire Giant. It is going to be, it probably will be over to the Phantoms. They already have it down.
Armor's getting very low.
That's a dead armor. That's a dead armor.
Oh, he's gonna have to use Aegis there.
No!
Not gonna be enough. Fly armor. Fly
I'm
armor.
a gamer trying to come in for the steal here, trying to get kills and possibly the whole thing, as Phenoms will actually secure it, but Brownside will be killed on the back of it. I'm a gamer still smelling for more, trying to get the pickup on the Viz, but he probably won't be able to as Hellerin misses that damage there. Just by a little bit. The
Justice is the
pick.
stun there as well. I'm a gamer is there being just a general nuisance. Omar getting dropped, Brownside and armor falling to the Fire Giant, Brownside again very low. I'm a gamer getting into that one. But even though you didn't necessarily get all of the Fire Giant buff, not everybody was there. You gave up a couple of kills. What's more important for the Phenoms is you didn't leave the Fire Giant for the Phantoms to claw their way back into this one. Again, yes, you didn't want to give up the kills, but it's at least you didn't give up the kills and the buff on top of it. So, sort of trying to make the best of a bad situation. Now, that being said, if you're the Phantoms, you're trying to look for some kind of a steal, some kind of a pick. You're looking for stages to get back onto what his Game 2 performance was. And unfortunately, it just hasn't been there as of yet. Hellerin again getting another pick onto Kexen. She is on a killing spree, and there's the double kill. Make it 4 now, as the Morrigan going to deal some damage. SM Specify now going to fall, and that's a 3 for 0. They are going to turn, and the Phoenix will be the target. The SM Specify on that Rama down for 50 seconds now. There's the bird, and they're going to push 5 men strong into the Titan room. It's a 5v2. The Titan's under attack. They are going to push, trying to get kills, trying to get people out of it. Stages is going to get back into the fountain, but he is going to get floundered as the fountain will be his grave. And now Titan getting very, very low. This could be the end of it, and that is it. Phenoms take it 2 games to 1. 24-54, just under the 25-minute mark. And that'll be a 2-1 set win for the Phenoms.
Banger
Oh,
what set that was. Oh
Banger.
my.
banger.
Absolute banger.
Absolute banger.
You
Closer
saw
than I expected it to be, but I'm glad. That was
This-
a crazy set.
this set had everything. It had the short game. It had the long game. It had the crazy plays. It had the weird picks. It had every spicy capability it could. So I'm going to put the question to you two guys. Who's your MVP of the set?
It's got to be Hellerin. Like, first of all, look at this game 3 performance, and second of all, like, this being your first game in the QSL, I'm pretty sure. I don't think Hellerin was here last season. Coming in, filling in for that, you know, buggy dude who's so dominant in solo lane. And,
he, by
you
the
know, dropping into mid lane at the end here, that's just insane. Putting up those kinds of numbers against someone who is as talented as Stages. That's my pick, honestly.
I tend to agree with you here. I think in both wins for the Phenoms, I feel like Hellerin, he performed kind of out of his mind. You know, game 1, didn't die on the hell, top damage, just rolled through solo lane, rotated to fights, and healed everyone up and ran it down in 19 minutes. Game 2, little struggle performance on the Afro, but, you know, I don't think that game lost faltered a performance to come into the mid lane, not, you know, after playing in the solo lane 2 games, and, you know, you see here 10-1, absolutely dominating, playing against kind of everybody's choice for the number one best mid in the league and really showing out this game when the rest of the team seemed to be struggling. So that's an easy pick for me.
Yeah, to be honest, I've got to agree as well. I mean, Omar played lights out in game number 1, but Hellerin was right there with him. Hellerin's play facilitated Omar to do what he wanted to do in game 1. In the second game, you saw Stages just strap on the backpack. You saw him do absolutely everything he could to will that team to victory. And in game number 3, you sort of saw the uncomfortability come back. Stages being on the artillery mage wasn't so much of a big idea. I mean, we'd seen him do it before, but Stages on the Thoth wasn't didn't seem as comfortable because you knew what you were looking for. You knew he was going to get dove. You knew that he was going to be the target of everything on the side of the Phenoms. And that's exactly what ended up happening. Stages got picked, Stages got pressured, Stages got absolutely mullered in that third game. And so when you're 3, 5, and 4, it really wasn't his positioning. It really wasn't much of anything except for he had no breathing room. Absolutely no breathing room. So part of that is congratulations to the Phenoms. You know, you found it, you did it, and you were able to push through to the victory. And part of it was, okay, guys, you know, who is assigned to what? If you're gonna try and keep a guy alive, are you keeping Specify alive? Are you keeping Stages alive? You know, where's your hard carry in all of this? And maybe they felt a little uncomfortable, but it really looked like Phenoms was just that little bit more polished tonight. And so they take the 2-1 victory.
Yeah, I tend to agree there. I think it wasn't Stages' fault. I think he didn't have a lot of frontline protection, and thus he fell every single time. The thought pickup might not have been the best bet, but definitely something that Stages is very good at. So I'm not going to fault him for it. It's his choice in the end. He knew he was playing into the Odin, so
Mhm.
I think a lot of the problems there were the front lines, but when it comes to the Phantoms, though, Specify as a FA fill-in, I think he played very well. And honestly,
Yeah.
like any other teams who are feeling that they might be lacking in the ADC role, I think Specify is definitely a pickup that you might want to look at. He has shown out in every game that I've seen him play in at carry. So
I mean,
um,
he not only went toe to toe with Armor Wolf in the early stages of this game, he beat Armor Wolf black and blue for the first 7, 8 minutes of this game.
Yeah, it's all right. Phenoms dropping armor, easy.
Phenoms dropping armor, picking up Specify. Is that what's going on? You're giving us the inside story there?
I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
Specify played very well. I wouldn't drop Duck or Armor for him, just because of like this is a bit into the season, of course. But Specify like certainly has played very
Yeah.
well.
Oh yeah,
He has
he's
shown
looking
his
very
stuff.
strong.
Mm-hmm.
But by the way, I got one beef here. Got
Mm.
one huge beef here.
Beef.
Kellerin, how dare you? 10, 1, and 7, and you only drop 2 wards. I mean, seriously. I mean,
Playing
that-
Morrigan too, who you need to ward a lot for. You need to know positions.
He didn't buy any
Sort of-
wards. That means those are two fucking. Those are 2 wards built in. He bought no wards.
Nice ward.
got no wards.
Nice ward. Hold on. Fucking what is it?
I'm just I'm just giving you a little bit of crap. Brownside warded for you. It's okay.
Easy.
Believe me, because Specify did the same thing on his side. So
mm,
there's my 2 beef for the night. Specify and Hellerin. Get
kind of
some wards
sus
out, man.
numbers on these wards, yeah, for sure. But
Oh man.
oh my lord, we're just nitpicking at this point. We could probably just end the stream here.
Yeah.
That was a crazy game, a crazy
Oh, man.
set.
Yep.
That was exciting. Sadly, we didn't even get to preview it, and we didn't even get to predict it because this is the first game of the next week. We haven't release the next podcast.
Yeah.
So no one gets to predict this set, but oh my lord. What a fantastic
Can
set.
we count it as me predicting it as 2-0
No.
Phenoms? Because
No.
I always predicted that.
No.
That's always what I predict.
No.
You're not allowed. I'm not. No,
Sad.
I already typed in the prediction sheet. Everybody has X's across, so nobody can predict this one.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Although I would have taken it 2-1 Phenoms, so I would have gotten all the money. But
Yeah, sure.
that's just facts, man. But what a fantastic set. Probably the best one we've seen so far. Of course, we still yet to see Phenoms versus Dukes, which is the other premier set in this league that is yet to be played. So it's going to be very exciting to see whenever
It's just
that gets
crazy
scheduled.
to me how one game ends in 19 minutes and 40 seconds.
And one
The
game
game
ends in,
after
like,
goes
40.
40 minutes. And then
And the game after
the next
25. Yeah.
Yeah, 25.
24, 25.
Oh,
So
boy.
kind of crazy, but it is what it is. We got to see a good show. It is midnight 30, and I will call it quits here. Thank you
Yep.
all who are still watching this late, and GG's to Phenoms, GG's to Phantoms. Any parting thoughts, you two, before we end off?
Skeet,
No.
anything?
No.
No,
Okay.
Um,
just GG's.
well-
That's it. One hell of a set.
Yeah,
Both teams.
definitely. Well played to both to both teams. Well played to both subs. Honestly, Specify Hellerin definitely, stepping in here, kind of at a last second sort of thing. Obviously Hellerin, is the sub for Phenoms, so not so much a free agent, but Specify stepping in, not even on his own team. Definitely some nerves or some jitters, some miscommunication problems could happen there. And instead, we saw two very highly skilled, very well polished teams. And I am looking forward going into the future as two playoff teams potentially in front of us right now.
For sure. Yeah.
And
Well, with
to add on to what Red said, before you finish it off,
Mhm.
anybody making a tier list, maybe move up your sub list, because Hellerin's been kind of low. And I think he proved himself today. So,
yeah.
just anybody out there thinking about making a tier list, just keep that in mind. 10-1 against the undisputed top mid in the league. So we're just gonna put
Afro.
that there. Hey, hey, that was solo. It's okay. That was a full tank Afro.
It was a full take Afro. So that means yep.
Okay, well, I'm gonna cut everyone off here. It's been a great time. I see Hellerin complaining about not speaking about the Afro. It's okay. We won't speak about game 2 anyways. Had a couple mishaps, but yeah, thank you all for who's still sticking around and watching the VOD. Great set, great performance by everybody. I can't wait to see what comes of both these teams. These are both two teams to watch as we reach forward to the playoffs. So thank you all, and good night.
Drop that clip in the Discord.
Deuces.